A new year begins. Which means a fresh start for two teams coming off of a loss in their last go-around in conference play. For this Saturday afternoon matinee, it'll be the visiting Bowling Green Falcons at 10-4 and 1-1 in MAC play, coming into town to take on the home Massachusetts Minutemen at 9-5, who are 0-2 in their MAC debut this year. Welcome inside the Mullen Center. I'm Major Smod, joined alongside my partner Jonathan Charlie here. And Jonathan, this UMass team, like I just said, is now 0-2 coming in today in the conference, tied to last. Is it safe to call this an early season month into the minute?
Absolutely, Andrew. UMass lost against Kent State in Eastern Michigan. You don't want to go down 0-3 in your first three in a new conference. It's a bad look. And it'll start to give blood in the water and encourage other teams to believe Minutemen. So you need to win this game so that you can compete with the MAC competition. This game is 100% a must win.
For Bowling Green, they're on an upswing. Last season they went 14-18, but they're already 10 wins in their 14 contests this year.
Yes, they're definitely playing confidently. Even if they split the games in the MAC, they believe it could be anyone right now. So it's even more imperative that UMass come out with the win, showing that they can not only compete with the teams, but compete with the best of them.
Well, it's the Minutemen, it's the Falcons, and it's all here in Amherst. We're going to step aside for a moment for the national anthem, but we'll be right back to going where you're listening to UMass men's basketball on 91.1 WMUA on our YouTube page. Your starting lineup for today's contest for the visiting Bowling Falcons at the guard positions. It's Javante Campbell, who's nation's leading stealer, 3.6 steals per game, going to alongside his backcourt mate Von Ruffin. At the forward position, Meyer Wall getting his first start of the season for Bowling Green, averaging just under 11-point game off the bench in his 14 games. And at the 4 and 5, it's Sam Towns, who's been one of the best players in the conference so far this season. Almost 14 points a game to go with almost 7 boards. And he's joined by Troy Glove second in the front court. As for the Massachusetts Minutemen, they're going with the same 5 that they've gone with for over a month and a half now, I believe, at the guard positions of Danny Carbucha and Marcus Banks, looking to bounce back after a couple tough shooting nights in a row. At the 3 is the ever-ferocious Jaden Jinge, and at the 4 and 5, it's that elite front court duo of Daniel Hankins who's starting to heat up as of lately, and Leo Bedial, who has had his moments this season. And let's talk about that, Jonathan. Leonard Bedial, he's such an anchor for this UMass team, but he hasn't been out on the floor as much as UMass needs to be.
Yeah, Leonard Bedial got into early foul trouble in Eastern Michigan, which really messed up the rotation. And just his impact when he was on the court was just so prolific, but he was not on the court enough to anchor his team. You know, he plays against defenses. He's almost a double-double machine, so he's got to play good, disciplined defense today. They're a big team. They're actually a big team. A lot of 6'6" players, so you're going to have to keep your best big up there. You're going to become an extra special piece.
As for their other leading scorer, Leonardo Bedial's number 2, and number 1 for him is Marcus Banks Jr., averaging 16.2 points a game. He got off to an incredible start for UMass this year. The last 3 games against Kent State, UMass, Boston, and Eastern Michigan, he's really struggled. Just 14, 2, and 9 points, and that 14 was on 25% field goal percentage. Jonathan, I mean, they need Marcus Banks to go if they want to succeed on the offensive side of the court.
No, definitely, Andrew. They brought him into, spend court and shoot and be the most their strongest scorer, and he has not been doing that in those 4 games. But it should be good for him to come back home, come back to the Mountain Center, and a pretty lively crowd right now. I'm sure Coach Ray Martin's going to make him the game plan, and Daniel Cruz is going to be looking to get the ball game going early. So if you can get Martin's make going early, you're going to open everything for the team. You're going to open up things for Leonard Bedial, and like you said, DHS, who's been playing at a high level, he's going to pay for them. So yeah, if I'm Frank Martin, I'm for my shot on this half.
As for Bowling Green, they're led by Vontae Campbell, of course, I mentioned earlier, leading the nation in steals. Also, 15.6 points in, but alongside him is Sam Towns, who in the first 2 MAC games that they've split, he's had 20 points and 7 rebounds to go with 1.5 steals and a couple of assists on some great field goal percentage numbers. So he's the guy to look out for Bowling Green today.
Yeah, so, I mean, if you're playing under Coach Ray Martin, you already the culture. You're playing hard with hard defense. So you're going to stop Sam Towns from getting into this game. You have to have looked at the game plan, looked at the film, and then stop Sam Towns from getting open. He's a 47.8 foot goal. So you'll let him to his 3, and then clock the paint.
Bowling Green is wearing their road orange uniforms with white numbering and trimming, and UMass in their home with maroon letters and numbers. UMass will be going right to left if you were watching on TV, and Bowling Green from left to right. Your officials today, Greg Langsdorff, Sutton Simon, and Johnny Kleitch. And we are underway as Bowling Green with the tip-off, and Javante Campbell has it at the top of the key, picks up his dribble, guarded by Carbucha, hints it off to Sam Towns on the right wing. Nice backdoor cut by Campbell. Towns finds him, and Javante Campbell gets us started with a layup at the rim.
That's I gotta say, I love these jerseys. They remind me of Fanta. Top 2 favorites.
Dave Carbucha got it up top for Leo Bedial. Brings it around to Marcus Banks on the right wing, up top for Carbucha. It's a screen from Bedial. The active hands of Campbell pokes it away. And Sanford has it now. Driving in, stops, puts up the bunny. No good. Jaden Jinge fighting for the offensive rebound, comes away with it. Swinging around the perimeter. Marcus Banks is wide open, top of the key, drills the 3. He needs that.
And that's beautiful. That's a beautiful hustle by Jaden. Get the rebound and good active passes to good. Marcus may get him open for the first 3 of the game.
And Carbucha credited with the assist. One of the leading passers in the MAC this season. Sam Towns now the other way for Bowling Green. Just over a minute played. UMass leading 3-2. Ruffin has it left wing, guarded by Banks. Swings it back over to Towns, top of the key. Towns driving on Hankins. Sanford will kick it out to Ruffin. Ruffin thought of a 3 from way downtown. Drive in inside the free throw line. Is fouled by Hankins Sanford and will head to the line for 2 shots.
It's interesting to see how he leaned in and kind of baited for that foul. As he's early. It's early to do that.
Well, Marcus Banks fell for a pump fake from 35 feet away by Javon Ruffin, which caused that play to unfold on its own.
Javon Ruffin, I was about to say a 96.2% shooter. He missed the first one.
Yeah, this is the first one of the day. He's spent his past 3 seasons at Colorado before transferring to Bowling Green. His dad, Michael Ruffin, was a 9-year NBA veteran.
He had his longest tenure in the Wizards for 3 seasons. So
he knocks down the second free throw to even us up at 3, 18-3 to play. Eddie all top of the key. Having to left block, spins, swings it around. Jake from the right corner, shoot a 3. That shot, no good, in and out. And Hank and Sanford almost had the offensive rebound. It falls into the lap of Glover the second.
And if you're happy with the play, that was a good speculation by Edwin. It's a good confident shot by Njinge.
Wall now has it left wing, guarded by Njinge, to the left corner for Towns. Towns being guarded all the way out there by Hank and Sanford. Gives it off to Campbell for a reset. 7 on the shot clock. Campbell gets a screen from Glover. Campbell driving, goes up right at Njinge to his chest shot. No good. For his own rebound, pokes out of bounds, and UMass will get possession.
And Andrew, look at the court. Glover is absolutely huge. You notice Carbuccia kind of shading in, double teaming to make sure he doesn't get the ball down low. That's an early game, a good game plan by Frank Martin.
Troy Glover stands at 6'10", 220 for Bowling Green. He'll have the job of guarding big Italian Betty all today.
That's going to be an interesting matchup down low.
Hank and Sanford as it goes for the entry pass. Betty all in low. His shot is blocked by Glover.
And like I said, yeah, it's going to be a great matchup.
Glover kicks to the right corner. Ruffin's 3 in and out. And Banks grabs the rebound.
Glover had the inside position, but Glover was able to recover, block the shot, just erase it.
Carbucci left wing up top to Betty. Betty all gives it off to Banks on the right wing. To Njinge in the right corner. Tries to entry pass to Betty all. A bit wild with Betty all. Maintains it, draws a double team, tries to get to a cutting Njinge, and poked away and stolen by Bowling Green.
And that paint is clogged. It's very hard for Betty to get open right now.
Marawal hesitates on a 3 and misses it on the way up the floor. Carbucci now taking it to the defense, kicks it up to Banks. Marcus Banks has got another. He's got the first 6 points for the Minutemen today, and they lead 6-3.
You can tell if it's good for him to be back home just with crowd cheering after he made 3. It must be good for everything.
16:30 to play. 6-3 is the score. Meyer Wall gives it off to Campbell, top of the key, draws a double over to Towns. Towns' pass is tipped by Hank and Sanford. All the way to the right corner. Ruffin back up top. Campbell, active hands by Njinge with the wraparound poke. Sends it out of bounds, but Bowling Green will retain position with 10 on the shot clock.
Njinge kind of wish Carbuccia got that ball, that loose ball. But that's a good defense to try to do it again.
Campbell will be the inbounder from the baseline. Swings out to Sam Towns as a reset to the right wing. Gives it off to Campbell, who gets a screen from Glover. Campbell driving, has it poked away, sticks with it, goes up and puts it in.
Wow, circle shot. He was getting clobbered then. It's made it. It's impressive.
Banks, right wing up top for Betty. Betty all hands to Carbuccia, gives a screen. Carbuccia's going to shoot the 3, and he's hot. Diddy Carbuccia. And UMass with 3 threes to start off the day and a 9-5 lead.
When threes are hitting early for the Minutemen, you're tuned for a good game.
The handoff goes to Campbell from Ruffin, over to Towns, back to Campbell. Campbell finding doubles on each screen, he's been receiving, and this one's a hedge by Leo Bettiol. Back up top for Glover. 5 on the clock. Hank and Sanford pokes. Campbell recovers to half force. Gets a backdoor cut to Wall. Wall goes up with the left hand and puts it in.
It looked like Betty had a hand on that too, but was strong enough to finish through the contact and a good defense.
15-10 to play. 9-7 minute lead. Carbuccia pass inside. Hank and Sanford on the right block, who goes up and puts it in. Nice pass by the freshman Carbuccia.
And Hank and Sanford with a nice high floater off the glass and a sub touch to fish that over my wall.
3 assists already for Carbuccia. All 3 shots made by Minutemen that weren't by him have been assisted by the freshman. Campbell has it, 10 on the shot clock. Gives it off to Wall, who hands right back to Campbell. It's a screen from Glover. Splits the defense, kicks to the corner. Odd about a 3 was Towns. He'll kick it to Ruffin in the right corner for 3. Ruffin's 3 is good.
We have a high-scoring shootout here in the Mullins Center.
14:30 to go, 11-10. UMass up by 1. Betty all up top. He has all the room to shoot it if he wants, but he's going to give it off Jingay. Up to Banks. Banks gets Betty all top of the key. Working around to Jingay. Jingay to Carbuccia on the left wing. Entry pass to Betty all on the left block. Spins into a double. Goes up with a hook shot. No good. And Wall the rebound for the Falcons.
Good defense by Glover to block that.
A couple subs ready to come in for the Minutemen. Clark, Wimbley, and Parker at the next whistle, which will be immediate timeout regardless. Campbell's got it. Guarded by Carbuccia. Glover coming with a screen. 8 on the shot clock. Campbell driving right on Carbuccia, and Banks scores in the air to come away with a steal.
And you can tell
the corner.
Utah Banks has been watching this film to predict blow up play.
And Carbuccia, a nice drive to the rim, finishes with the right hand on the left side on the scoop. And he's got 5 points though with his 3 assists early.
Coach Raymond trusts this freshman because he's smart and pass the ball, but if he's aggressive offensively, who knows how good Carbuccia can be for Minutemen.
13-15 to go, 13-10 is the UMass lead. Wall picks up his dribble, hands off to Von Ruffin, over to Campbell. Campbell working on Carbuccia, hands to Towns. Guarded by Stanford, 5 on the shot clock. Towns from the left block, fading away, no good, and Bet all the rebound.
It's great, clean defense from Bad. Let's just put your hand up and not foul and get a stop.
Carbuccia the other way, and an offensive foul called on Hankins Sanford, setting an illegal screen, and that's his second personal.
As I talk about not fouling.
Well, that takes us to the other 16 media timeout. It hung in the air for a while. Just 12:56 left to play, and we will head to our first break. But before we do that, we need to remind you that this broadcast of UMass basketball is brought to you by the 5 College Movers, the official sponsor of UMass men's basketball on 91.1 WMUA. What began as a small family idea has grown to a business with bright box trucks rolling across New England, delivering moves rooted in values that never go out of style. For over a decade, 5 College Movers has provided a personalized moving experience for every client and won't rest until the job is done. You can find information at movestress-free.com or on Instagram and Facebook at 5 College Movers. We thank 5 College Movers for their kind support. Well, 13-10 is the score, 12:56 to play. We'll step aside and be right back here on 91.1 WMUA. Well, the Bowling Green Falcons are led by their third-year head coach, Todd Simon, who's got a 44-36 record in his time here at Bowling Green. Also had previous stops at UNLV for one season where he filled in as the interim coach for the rest of the season there, and spent 7 seasons at Southern Utah, where he was a one-time regular season champion and the 2020-2021 Big Sky Coach of the Year. And he, of course, is rivaled by Frank Martin in his 4th season with the Minutemen, a 56-52 record at UMass, 343 and 253 all-time in his career, and that infamous 2016 Final Four run with South Carolina. Couple subs in for both sides. Aiden Owens in for Bowling Green. That's a nice drop by Josiah Shackelford. Newly the game is fouled, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. I believe that's Jingay on the foul.
Tie with the fancy forward, and Todd Simon's made a big impression in his first season here at Bowling Green to get them to their first 20-win season for the 10th time in the MAC era. He's definitely done some good work in short time here for the Falcons.
Well, in for Bowling Green, Josiah Shackelford at the free throw line, along with Aiden Goins, and Makai Leach for the first time as first free throw.
And Bowling Green doesn't expect these free throws to miss because this is an 82.1% free throw shooter. So we've seen 2 good free throw shooters their free throws early on for Bowling Green.
And Shackelford knocking down the second one there. So he goes 1 of 2 from the line. And in for UMass, KJ Parker, Dimitri Clerk, and Dwayne Wimbley Jr. checking in for Hank Sanford with 2 fouls, Betty Hall and Dan Carbuccia. Parker gets the screen, wide open for 3. Off the back rim, no good. Rebounded by Javante Campbell, who's looking to run. 2-on-2. Campbell going right the other way. Fouled and 1. Count the bucket. Javante Campbell pushing the tempo.
That's just a good way to turn defense into offense. Easy points. And if you're UMass, you have to be more disciplined to not foul on the layup attempt. I'm interested to see how Frank Martin is chasing and making new lineups. You have Jaden Njenge and Dwayne Wimbley early in together in the game. I mean, that's just a very athletic, fast lineup that Frank Martin's going early in this game.
Campbell's free throw is good, so Bowling Green takes the lead 14-13 with 12:20 to go. KJ Parker has it for the Minutemen. Gives it off Clerk, top of the key, who walks with it. The second he caught it, shuffled his feet, and a UMass turnover.
That's just unforced turnovers. You just got to have more mental awareness on your foot placement around this game.
Well, Dimitri Clerk coming off of his best game of the season against Eastern Michigan. He outperformed Leo Bettiol by a wide margin, finishing with 13 points and I believe it was 6 rebounds in that game.
Well, it's good for UMass to have a pretty reliable backup big.
Shot attempt no good in by Towns, but gathers his own miss after the Wimbley tip. He misses again off the hands of Towns and goes out of bounds, and UMass gains possession. And just like that, we have reached the under 12 media timeout. 11:52 to play. UMass 13, Bowling Green 14. We'd like to remind you that this broadcast is brought to you by 5 College Movers, the official sponsor of UMass men's basketball on 91.1 WMUA. What began as a small family idea has grown into a business with bright box trucks rolling across New England, delivering moves rooted in values that never go out of style. For over a decade, 5 College Movers has provided a personalized moving experience for every client and won't rest until the job's done. You can find information at movestress.com or on Instagram and Facebook at 5 College Movers. We thank 5 College Movers for their kind support. Well, Jonathan, we'll keep it here for a little bit since we just had the timeout a moment ago. It's been a competitive game early on. What have you been seeing from both sides?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a shootout early on in the game. Like we said, Marcus Banks we need to get UMass needs to get Marcus Banks going early on. He started the game 2 for 3, so that's good. And we've seen the good play of Daniel Carbuccia. You got to stay a little disciplined and stop making careless turnovers. That's really what's been hurting UMass. But really, it looks like a very even game that can go either way. UMass has shown early on that they can compete with the better teams in the MAC, but careless turnovers, bad fouls is going to be your demise. It's going to hurt if you're letting the other team shoot more free throws. Right now, Bowling Green is 3 for 5 for free throws. UMass has not gotten their first free throw attempt, so you're not being as aggressive as the other team, and you're also fouling on the defensive side. That could be the differential that can hurt UMass. UMass is shooting lights off 3. They're shooting 60% 3, while Bowling Green is only shooting 33%. So it's the UMass is using more talent, but they're being the less disciplined team.
Well, a formula for disaster today for the Minutemen. They're in the bottom 60 teams in the country in terms of turnovers per game. They turn the ball over at a high rate, 13.7 times per game. Bowling Green steals the ball the most in the country at 12.9, and they force the second most turnovers per game at 19. So UMass, like you said, Jonathan, needs to hang on to the ball today if they want a chance at success.
Definitely. Both teams now with 1 steal.
Well, ball's back in play. Leo Bettiol checks in for the Minutemen in place of Jaden Njenge. Carbuccia in for Marcus Banks. Carbuccia gives it into Bettiol. Right block. Goes to work. Goes around the hoop to the left side and puts in the layup.
And that's just such a pretty take by Leonardo Bettiol. Such a soft touch. You just get it. Kiss it up in the glass. 15-14 UMass.
Bettiol's first bucket of the game. He's someone that they want to get going. Their second leading scorer on the season.
Yeah, he's impressed definitely this season. UMass got to keep him hot. And even if he was in foul trouble, you got to go back aggressive this game.
Campbell's got it. The game's leading scorer to this point with 7. Gives it off to Shackelford wing. Gets inside. Flips it over to Dimitri Clerk. And he just gets too deep into the UMass defense and puts it in.
KJ Parker pushing it up.
And Parker giving off to Bettiol. And I didn't quite see. Was that an offensive foul on Dimitri Clerk in low? And another offensive foul leading to a turnover for the Minutemen, and Luka Damjanac will check in for Clerk after that mistake.
So Dimitri Clerk with 2 early mental lapses in this game.
Well, UMass with a lineup that I'm sure has not gotten a lot of playtime together so far this season. It's Carbuccia, Parker, Wembley, Damjanac, and Bedial going with the European duo in the front court.
Well, Bowling Green has a deep bench, so Coach Frank Martin has to go deep into his bench and play a lot of players and play a lot of rotations to match Bowling Green, because I'm sure Todd Simmons is going to keep the bodies fresh and keep new players rotating, so Frank Martin has to combat that.
Well, Danny Carbuccia just got called for a foul after Wembley poked the ball away from Javante Campbell. It was kind of just a hustle play. Danny Carbuccia dove on the ground for the ball and ended up taking out the legs of Makai Leach, and Frank Martin and the crowd are not pleased with the call whatsoever.
Definitely a lot of calls being called here. What started as a fast 8 minutes has slowed down this last 2 minutes.
Bowling Green yet to commit a single foul today. UMass with 6 already. So the next foul will send Bowling Green to the line automatically as Javante Campbell driving in has his shot sent back by Luka Damjanac. It's out of bounds. But Bowling Green will keep possession with 10 on the shot clock.
That's great clean defense by Luka to keep your hands up and block the ball, stuff the ball at the perfect ideal time, send that flying.
Campbell will be the inbounder from the baseline. Gets it into Sam Towns. Up top, Leach driving on Parker. Goes up. Makai Leach puts it in over KJ Parker.
That's a strong take.
Bowling Green leading 18-15 with 10:15 to go. Bedial hands to Parker, gives him a screen. Parker, free throw line, swings it over to Dwayne Wembley. Wembley to the right block for Bedial. Nice pass and a nice finish by Leo Bedial. They're getting the Italian going. UMass is down by 1.
And that is generally the best play I've seen Dwayne Wembley Jr. make in my time broadcasting here. That was a very sweet pass by the freshman.
Campbell's got it. UMass in a 3-2 zone, led by Wembley at the top. Shackelford's got it. Over to Campbell, top of the key. Guarded by Wembley, 10 on the clock. To the right wing for Shackelford. Into the corner. Carbuccia pokes it away off the leg of Shackelford, and Carbuccia forces the turnover.
That freshman's active on both sides of the court, scoring, assisting, and making defensive stops.
Marcus Banks checks in for KJ Parker at the 9:30 mark of the game.
I really like the synergy between Carbuccia and Marcus Banks. I feel like Carbuccia gets Marcus Banks going the most, so this will be good.
And a foul on Josiah Shackelford as Dwayne Wembley was trying to make a backdoor cut, gets held.
The UMass crowd is liking that.
That's the first Bowling Green foul of the game. UMass is a team that is able to force a lot of fouls and get to the free throw line. They've forced 20 fouls per game this year, which is in the top 50 in the country, but it took until the 9:28 mark to get the first of the game. Banks' inbound comes in long to Bedial. Up top for Damjanac, who gives to Carbuccia. A double screen from both the bigs. Carbuccia, elbow, step back jumper, and that's a confident stroke from Carbuccia. He's up to 7 points on perfect shooting so far.
Like we said, Carbuccia is a very great passer, but if he can have that one welcome to the league game where he's just everything's clicking on offense, who knows how far he can get.
7 points and 4 assists for the freshman in the first 11 minutes here. Sam Towns, left wing, driving on Carbuccia, goes up and puts in off the glass.
And Bowling Green is really good at finishing through contact. They're a very strong team.
20-19 the score, and a carry by Leo Bedial. Was dribbling with it, looked like he was going to hand to Carbuccia. Stopped midway and continued going, and an easy call for the refs. Not a common call, but very obvious one.
And it's just this mental lapse here. UMass has just turned the ball over too much. Up to 5 turnovers compared to 2 by Bowling Green.
Jaden Jinge in for Luka Damjanac. So the UMass 5 is Carbuccia, Banks, Wembley, Jinge, and Bedial. For Bowling Green, it's Campbell, Leach, Ruffin, Towns, and Glover. Ruffin has it left wing, backing down Dwayne Wembley. At the elbow, spins, gets to the block, picks up his dribble and kicks it back out to Leach. Leach over to Towns. Towns to the right corner. Ruffin thought about it. He drives on Carbuccia instead. Fades away from the block. Shot no good. And a long rebound for Jaden Jinge. Troy Glover's down on the ground. UMass has got numbers. Wembley going the other way, up and under, no good. And the rebound goes into the hands of Towns, and the refs will blow the whistle as Troy Glover II is down in a lot of pain holding his left ankle.
You never want to see a player go down. Leonardo Bello landed on his knee or ankle.
Timeout.
A rebound collision. But you always want to win a game with no injuries, so it's not happy. It's not good to see.
Well, Glover's being helped to his feet by the trainer and Mekhi Leach, and he will be helped off by the two of them as we will take a timeout on the floor, and we will take as well. So we're going to step aside. 20-19, Bowling Green leads the Minutemen. 18-11 to play. We'll be right back. And we're back here from Jack Lehman Court in the Mullen Center. If you're just joining us, I'm Andrew Samaha, joined alongside Jonathan Charlier. And we've got 8 minutes and 11 seconds left to play in the first half as we just saw Troy Glover II helped off the floor with an injury that looked like he was holding his ankle, but he's now on the sideline walking around and looks like he's about to take a seat back with his teammates on the bench. So looks like he's all right over there. That's good news for the Falcons.
Probably just an ankle roll. Had to stretch out.
Sam Towns has it now. Isaiah Placid into the game for the first time for the Minutemen in place of Dwayne Wimbley. Campbell has it, 8 on the clock. Towns from the right wing feeds it into big boy Goins in low, backing down Bettyall, goes up, no good. Fight for the rebound, ends up into Sam Towns' hands, who's all by himself. Jinge a little too aggressive on the rebound. And Bowling Green gets a free two. Bettyall over to Jinge left wing. Jinge bounces it into Bettyall. Poked away. Bettyall is fouled by Mekhi Leach, who kind of took him from under his feet there, trying to reach in for the ball.
That whole play was a little out of control.
The Bowling Green foul, number 3, Mekhi Leach.
But just the
second foul.
Second foul on Bowling Green today. UMass with 6. Banks will be the inbounder, 7:24 to play from the baseline.
Isaiah Placid into the game. You know, he's looking to get his shot out.
Banks gets it into Jinge on the right elbow, over to Placid at the left elbow. Inside to Bettyall, goes right up with it and is fouled by Goins. And Bettyall will head to the line for the first UMass free throws of the day.
And Bettyall unhappy he didn't hit that shot. Just his finger touch is so nice. It looked like it was going in, but it just kind of went in and out.
Well, Aiden Goins, one of the bigger guys you'll see in college basketball, 6'9", 275. So going to be quite the task for Bettyall in low, working against somebody who's got almost 40 pounds on him. Bettyall at 238 as Bettyall knocks in the first free throw.
Yeah, he's built like this certain player. I'm thinking his name is Nikola Jokic.
Leo Bettyall at the line. The transfer from Abilene Christian, spent 4 seasons there before he chose to come spend his grad year in Amherst.
And the grad student taking the first free throw attempts for the Minutemen today.
And he knocks them both in, so UMass down by 1. As that's somewhere UMass has struggled this year is the free throw line. 65%, bottom 30 in the country, but starting 2 for 2 today.
Today they're just bottom and getting to the line.
And Kai Leach's 3, no good. Carbuccia and Placid fighting with Goins on the rebound in a jump ball, which will favor the Minutemen.
If you're Coach Fremont, you just like to see the hustle and intensity by his 2 guards to just battle such a big guy for that ball and winning it too.
Jingay will inbound for UMass. Carbuccia is going to take it up the floor. Bowling Green showing somewhat of a press, but don't look like they're going to give Carbuccia too much trouble.
The light press just to kind of wear out time, wear out Carbuccia.
Placid's got it. Driving into the lane. Backdoor cut. Was looking for Jingay, but Bettyall also made the backdoor cut, and the pass a bit too hot for Bettyall. Off his fingertips and out of bounds.
Yeah, he was a little too close for that, for the speed of that pass.
Yeah, both Jingay and Bettyall read the defense too well. Both made a backdoor cut, and Placid looked like he was looking for Jingay, who was behind the play. Bowling Green has it. Sam Towns over to Campbell. To the right corner for Ruffin. Ruffin inside to Goins. Goins treats it like an alley-oop almost and is fouled midair and will head the line for 2.
And the delay on that play is interesting. Goins is like a very versatile player. He's averaging 6.1 points per game, 1.1 rebound.
Yeah, and just 7 minutes per game for him, averaging those 6 points. He's at the free throw line, 80% on the year. He's a junior, but transferred from 2 JUCO schools. He spent last season at Walters State and his freshman year at Motlow State. And last year, he was the All-TCCAA first-teamer at Walters State. Knocks in the first free throw.
He had a season-high 24 points against Aquinas when he hit 9 field goals all around the paint. So, yeah, he could be a problem down low if UMass doesn't get down and physical with him early on.
Well, he knocks in both free throws, so Bowling Green 5 for 7 from the line. They have a 3-point lead with 6:30 to go. Bettyall up top, over to Carbuccia left wing. Carbuccia into Bettyall in the post against Goins. Going to work, does the double team, kicks it out. Carbuccia is wide open for 3, top of the key, off the back rim, no good. And a nice job by Sam Towns poking that rebound away from Jingay.
Feet set, he followed through, but it was just a little too strong.
Campbell, nice dribbling inside, kicks it out to Ruffin, right corner. Ruffin's 3, no good. 3 Minutemen fighting for the rebound, and Banks ends up coming away with it. They almost lost that one. Too many cooks in the kitchen, but Banks has it. Top of the key and gets a little too wild with his dribble, loses it into the hands of Ruffin, and then commits a foul right away.
If you can't handle the heat, stay out of the kitchen.
Banks picks up his first foul, and Javon Ruffin will head to the free throw line for a 1-and-1. As Bowling Green is into the bonus.
They're not looking for their 8th or potentially 9th free throw attempt compared to UMass's 2.
Javon Ruffin entering today was 96% free throw shooter, went 1 for 2 last time. As KJ Parker, before the first shot, will check in for Isaiah Placid.
As a team, they're shooting pretty good, 5 from 7 from the line right now.
Ruffin's first free throw is up, and no good. And 1 and done for Bowling Green. Banks grabs the rebound, and Carbuccia will bring it the other way.
And the UMass faithful, making enough noise to disrupt the shot.
Parker has it. Scoreless today. Gives it off to Carbuccia.
Yeah, Shackleford is definitely playing hard defense on Parker King at open.
Carbuccia driving in, his layup a bit strong. Rebounded by the Falcons, sprinting the other way. Campbell taking it straight to the hole, fouled by Marcus Banks, and 1. And 2 quick fouls on Marcus Banks.
Campbell's been causing problems all game, just attacking the paint and just being stronger than the opposing force. He's up to 9 points in his first half, 2 rebounds.
Yeah, Campbell, an elite guard in the conference this year, stands at 6'2", 185. Is the senior from Muskogee, Oklahoma. His free throw, no good. Fails to convert the and 1, and another missed free throw for Bowling Green, make them 5 of 9 from the line.
Yeah, but he's shooting 4 from 6 from the field. He's definitely had a good game so far. You might have to contain him.
UMass down by 5, 26-21. Banks inside to Bettiol. Nice two-man game between Banks and Bettiol.
And Bettiol
puts it in.
Fancy dump by Marcus Banks to get that to Bettiol.
26-23, 5 minutes to go. Campbell guarded by Banks. With the two fouls, has to be careful against the quick Campbell. Draws the double from Bettiol. Gives it over to Towns. Towns swinging it all the way to the right corner for Ruffin. Makes the catch and stays in bounds. Ruffin driving, and the layup is out and around. Bettiol grabs the rebound, and Troy Glover back into the game after the injury. It's a quick reach-in foul.
And Ruffin just put a little bit too much mustard in that sandwich. He got by Carbuccia, but just a little too much spinning. The ball just spun out.
The foul goes on Troy Glover the second, his first. Bowling Green's fourth.
And if you're the Falcons, you're happy to see Glover second get back into the game.
4:40 to go. UMass down by 3. Carbuccia bringing it up the floor. Guarded by Campbell. Gives it off to Jingay on the left wing. Jingay to Bettiol. Free throw line. Bettiol one dribble. Gets inside. Puts it up off the glass and in. And Leo Bettiol's heating up. He's up to 10 points now.
And that was nice take by Leo Bettiol to finish over 4 defenders.
Carbuccia pulls the chair on Ruffin. Parker the steal. Banks the other way. Floats it up off the glass and in. UMass takes the lead 27-26 on a 6-0 run.
That's just an excellent way to turn defense to offense to 4 quick points and take the lead. And the first time in a while.
Campbell brings it across the timeline. 4 minutes to go. Gives it off to Ruffin. Backing down Marcus Banks. Spins. Gets inside. Goes up on KJ Parker. Shot no good. Bettiol the rebound. UMass has numbers 5 on 4. Carbuccia to Banks. Left wing. 3. No good. And rebounded by Towns.
UMass is having great defense, great active hands, and is disrupting a lot of players.
And an offensive foul on Troy Glover as Shackelford was coming quickly the other way. Glover just trying to seal off Carbuccia, commits the offensive foul, which will send us to the under 4 media timeout. 3:37 to play, 27 for the Minutemen, 26 for the Falcons. We're going to take the timeout as well, but not before we remind you that this broadcast is brought to you by 5 College Movers, the official sponsor of UMass men's basketball on 91.1 WMUA. What began as a small family idea has grown into a business with bright box trucks rolling across New England, delivering moves rooted in values that never go out of style. For over a decade, 5 College Movers has provided a personalized moving experience for every client and won't rest until the job is done. You can find information at movestress-free.com or on Instagram and Facebook at 5 College Movers. We thank 5 College Movers for their kind support. But we'll be right back. We've got a good game on our hands here in the Mullen Center. We'll be right back on 91.1 WMUA. Welcome back to UMass basketball here on 91.1 WMUA. If you're just joining us, I'm Andrew Sma, joined with Jonathan Charlier, and UMass is on a nice little run here, 6-0 in the last minute and a half, as Carbuccia will bring it up the floor out of the under 4 media timeout, 3:30 to go.
Yes, and UMass turning defense to offense and just pushing the pace and getting quick blows on the Falcons.
Carbuccia right wing over to Jingay in the corner. Jingay working on Towns, goes up, and Jingay puts it in. He's on the board for the first time today, and UMass is up by 3.
That's a great confident take and good spin move by Jingay to get that easy little lay. Campbell
gets a screen from Ruffin. Driving inside, Campbell goes up right at KJ Parker and puts it in. Javante Campbell, 11 points and leading all scorers today in 17 minutes.
And rinse and repeat with Campbell. Put your shoulder down and get to the basket. The game plan's very simple.
That snaps the 8-0 run that the Minutemen had going on. UMass up by 1. Jinge spins, gets to the MAC logo inside, goes up, tries to get crafty on the way up and is fouled and will head to the line to shoot 2.
Great way to stay aggressive by Jaden Jinge. Even if the shot was heavily contested, he went for it and got fouled.
The Bowling Green fouls on number 16.
Well, they call it on
That's his third.
Troy Glover, who is not in the game, so I'm not quite sure how that's possible. As the refs will head to the scores table to make the correction, I assume.
Correction, the foul is on number 14.
There it is. They give it to Sam Towns for who gets his first foul. That is the 6th on Bowling Green. So for the last 2:40 of the half, UMass will be shooting free throws, but Jinge will get a guaranteed 2 here. His first shot is up and in.
UMass able to play more clean defense, closing the foul difference. They're still at 9 fouls while Bowling Green's up to 6, and Jaden Jinge earning the UMass Minutemen's second chance at the free throw line.
Well, with 2 fouls, Banks will head to the bench. Dwayne Wimbley in, and Jaden Jinge knocks in both free throws. So 4 straight points for the junior, and UMass back up by 3.
And as a squad, UMass shooting 100% from the charity stripe.
Javante Campbell's got it at the power U. Gets by Carbuccia thanks to a screen. Working on Wimbley, spins around him, goes up with the left hand, and boy, Javante Campbell's so smooth with it. He's going to go to the line for 2 shots here.
Yeah, quick, crafty forward to get himself on the line, too. That's post move, smooth to say the least.
Javante Campbell is now in his 2nd season here at Bowling Green after transferring from Northern Oklahoma, where he was an honorable mention NJCAA All-American. It's a JUCO school, of course. But last year, he was on the All-MAC 3rd team, was on the All-MAC defensive team, and he likely will be the MAC Defensive Player of the Year this if he keeps up what he's been doing. But he knocks in the first free throw and misses the second one. So UMass will hold the lead at 2.
And Bowling Green struggling from free throw line. Most players have split their free throw attempts. Now 6 for 11. Not too efficient on the fit charity strike.
And Bettiol, his pass goes a bit errant for Carbuccia out of bounds. And the 8th UMass turnover of the first half. And Bowling Green will retain possession with 2:16 now.
Now both squads playing for the lead going into half, into momentum, so to get momentum going to the second half.
Campbell driving on Carbuccia. Double comes from KJ Parker and a travel by Campbell, who tries to stop on a dime. And his foot slides a bit, and another turnover right back as UMass will get the ball back. Campbell picking up full court on Carbuccia as Bettiol will call for help, but Carbuccia gets the inbound uncontested. Bringing it up on Campbell, goes behind the back. Campbell tries to poke it away, no success, gives it off to KJ Parker. Parker to Placid, thought about a 3, steps in for a deep 2. Off the back rim, a little too strong. The rebound by Shackelford.
And a good confident shot by Isaiah Placid, just a little too strong. Hit the back of the rim.
Towns, guarded by Wimbley, hands off to Campbell. Campbell has played every minute of the game so far today. And if the game keeps up like this, you can expect that to keep up in the second half. Campbell splits the defense, gets inside, layup is good. Oh my goodness, Javante Campbell, 14 points in the first half. He's been unstoppable.
Holy moly, he was able to split the defense and slow-mo step into that floater. And then a soft touch to get it in. He's on fire. Oh, he's out of control.
Sidestep 3 by KJ Parker, no good. Campbell sprinting the other way. Picks up a blocking foul against KJ Parker. So Campbell will go to the line for 2 free throws here.
I don't think I can agree with that foul. He was pretty out of control there and ran right into KJ Parker.
Yeah, Campbell just running full speed down the floor. Parker just fell victim to getting in the way. The refs give the foul to Parker, so that's his second. And Campbell's first free throw is good. So he's now 3-5 at the line with a game-high 15 points. Bowling Green regains the lead 32-31 with 1:18 to go after that first free throw.
And Javante Campbell averaging 15.6 points per game, 4.7 rebounds. So definitely, this is in his ballpark of what he does for this team.
Well, he makes both free throws, so he's up to 16. His season high is 24. He did that a couple times. Parker, open three, left wing. His shot is good. KJ Parker, 0 for 2 going into that. Knocks down the three, and UMass up by 1. Campbell driving, his shot. He is fouled on his drive to the hoop, and he will go to the line once again for 2 free throws.
This had be turned into the Campbell show. He's just taking it over and over and rushing down the court.
Number 2, Javante Campbell at the line to shoot 2.
And Todd Simon doesn't seem to have any problems with that. If it's working, don't fix it.
First free throw from Campbell is good. So we're all tied up at 34.
Number 9, Meyer roll into the game for Bowling Green.
As the cameraman tries to fix a plug near us.
Campbell up to 17. His second shot rolls around the rim, no good. The putback by Towns also no good, and Bettiol grabs the rebound. Carbuccia. It's a screen from Bettiol driving in. His pass is kicked.
Kicked by Goins. Good attempt. Good look by Carbuccia, but Goins ready to blow it up with his knee.
46.9 left in the half. KJ Parker will inbound with 22 on the shot clock.
34-34 tied game.
Parker, the inbounder, looking for Wembley, but we'll give it to Placid on the left wing. Over to Dwayne Wembley. Backdoor cut by Bettiol, and the pass. Bettiol unable to hang on to it. Goes out of bounds, and Bowling Green will get the ball back.
And Bettiol would do anything to get that play back. Frustrated with himself with missing that pass.
Well, Towns will be the inbounder. Gives it into Campbell. And Campbell
slowly
bring it up the floor.
Mm-hmm.
There is still a 12-second difference between the shot and game clock. 20 seconds on the shot clock, 32 on the game clock. Campbell, guarded by Carbuccia, gets a screen. Working on Wembley now, driving in, goes right at Wembley, and Bettiol hangs in the air long enough, draws the foul. Oh, they're going to call travel. Wow, they're going to say he hung in the air for so long and then didn't get the ball off in time.
Yeah, I couldn't tell from
the
here.
Shot went up.
I thought he was able to just levitate and stay in the air for that long, but no one can stay in the air for that long. Travel.
34-34 the score. Frank Martin will use his use it or lose it timeout. It's a 30-second timeout, and he will draw up a play for what is likely going to be the final possession of the half with 24.7 seconds left. And this is where he can probably deploy Hankins Sanford and Banks once again, who both have 2 fouls apiece. UMass, we talked about, they need to limit their turnovers. They've got 9 in the first half, 4 of them coming from the big man Bettiol. That's been a struggle for him so far this season. He's averaging just under 3 turnovers a game as a big man, which is not what you want to see. A couple that may not be his fault today that have been credited towards him.
Yeah, UMass is definitely feeding him the ball a lot down there in the paint, and then Bowling Green is instantly trapping and closing up on him, getting him from his blind side. So it definitely is a tall ask to not have any turnovers, but he's handling it well, still scoring 10 points, 4 for 6. So you see why UMass is still feeding him that ball, even if he's getting some turnovers, scoring at a pretty efficient clip, and 2 for 2 from the free throw line.
Well, the UMass 5 for this final possession is Carbuccia, Banks, Parker, Hankins Sanford, and Bettiol. As Bowling Green looks like they're going to a 1-3-1 zone. Carbuccia's got it, 12 on the clock, hasn't made his move. Over to Banks, left wing.
With Banks and Parker in the thing, they go for a 3-point.
Carbuccia driving in, layup off the glass, no good. Campbell with 2. Campbell's going to pull up from way downtown. Off the back rim, no good. And that'll send us to the half, 34-34. A very tightly contested first half, Jonathan.
Yeah, both teams are doing what works for them. UMass shooting it from 3, stretching the paint, but Bowling Green just pushing the pace. Campbell kind of took over the last couple of minutes in the game, just taking his shot, hitting the rim, hitting it, crashing, going deep into the paint. So UMass has to do a good job to just closing out the paint and not turn the ball over, or not fouling in the second half. But if UMass can keep doing that and shooting at a high clip, they should be in a good position to win this game.
Well, it's been the Javante Campbell show in the first half. 17 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists for the Falcons. As for the Minutemen, Leo Bettiol with 10 points and Marcus Banks with 8, as Danny Carbucci has got 7 points and 4 assists to help out the Minutemen. But we're going to step aside for halftime, and we'll be right back here on 91.1 WMUA. Don't go anywhere. We're in for a thrilling second half. Welcome back from halftime here inside the Mullins Center in Amherst, Massachusetts. I'm Andrew Sma, joined alongside Jonathan Charlier, and it is Bowling Green Falcons and the Massachusetts Minutemen. The score is all knotted up at 34 apiece. Jonathan, why don't you just run us through what happened in that first half?
Well, it was a close physical game the entire half. No team really created too much of a difference, and it ended up all knotted up, like you said, 34. UMass got on early shooting threes. Marcus Banks, who's been struggling from the three-point range, hit 2 early threes. And then, so he was taking over at the end, at the beginning, and at the end, Javante kind of took over. Campbell took over, just started bull rushing all the way to the rim, over and over, getting layups and going to the free throw line. At first, UMass was getting into a lot of foul trouble early, but it equaled out near the end. UMass got to just control the ball more. 9 turnovers compared to Bowling Green's 6 turnovers. UMass got to keep using their strengths. They've made 4 out of 9 threes, while Bowling Green hit 1 for 6. So if Bowling Green got the more physically dominant guards, UMass got to play their game and shoot and make some threes and foul less. It's going to be a game of close margins, and little mistakes are going to affect the outcome of this game. Both teams have been getting very nonsensical turnovers, traveling, reaching, double dribbling on the line. So if UMass clean up those little turnovers and handle the ball and not let the Bowling Green Falcons turn over the ball or force turnovers and shoot their game, this is a very winnable game for UMass. This team has not showed anything to show that they're better or a better ball club than the Minutemen.
Well, I'm sure Frank Martin in media will tell us that he's lucky that UMass is making shots right now because they're getting outplayed right now from a hustle standpoint. They're turning the ball over more. They have committed 6 more fouls than Bowling Green, and the rebounds are even, but UMass just 1 offensive rebound on the day. But they win back some of their players with 2 fouls from that first half. Jingay, Banks, and Hankins Sanford all back out on the floor. Both teams have their starters out there. And Campbell will get us started, driving to the hole, dumps it off to Glover, who can't handle it. It goes out of bounds, and a turnover to start us off in the second half.
Andrew, an important stat to look at is both teams are tied up at 2 steals. Like you said, this is #1 stealing team in the league, but they haven't been able to do that. It's more just the carelessness of UMass in those turnovers that they're getting.
Bettyall has it top of the key. Gives it to Banks, who gets a screen from Bettyall. Tarbuccia. Hankins Sanford, left corner, driving, going up, and is fouled, getting tied up with Sam Towns, who commits his second personal, and Hankins Sanford will head to the free throw line for the first time today.
That was just a big body play. He put his shoulder down and shot through the contact to even get the ball up. That is what Coach Frank Martin has been wanting from Daniel Hankins Sanford, to play more aggressive and put his shoulder down. He's a big guy, so I know Coach Frank Martin is happy to see that play.
Hankins Sanford's first free throw, no good. He's a 56% free throw shooter this year. That's the first miss from the line for the Minutemen today. They were 4 for 4 before that shot. Hankins Sanford, 2 points in his 8 minutes in the first half. Just 1 rebound. He misses both free throws and Ruffin the rebound.
So being on the bench for so long made him cold.
And Ruffin hands off to Campbell, who just gets into paint easily. Uncontested layup, and Bowling Green starts off the scoring in the second half. Same way they were getting the first half through Campbell. Banks, free throw line, backing down Ruffin. Gives it off to Bettyall on the right block. Bettyall goes up and puts it in. He's picking up where he left off in that first half. Up to 12 points now, putting it in off the glass.
So both best players are playing like the best player. Which team can slow the other best player down first?
Tied at 36. 18:40 to go.
UMass even doubling Campbell after the dominant performance he had. He has up to 19 points.
Jaden Jingay has been given the task of guarding Campbell now. Draws a double from Bettyall, and Bettyall is called for a blocking foul. So that's Bettyall's second of the game.
The UMass foul is on number 3.
These reference whistles are confusing me. I thought when Campbell ran through Katie Parker, I thought that was a charging. I didn't see any contact there. But we play on.
Well, tied at 36. Meyer Wall will inbound it into Campbell. Carbuccia back guarding him again. deflects the ball into the backcourt. Campbell sticks with it. Campbell driving all the way in, fouled and one. He's just getting points at will right now. It's like he's playing out here against a JV team, the way he's getting to the hole so easily.
Yeah, he's just so fast, so athletic. He's able to split right through the defense like the Red Sea is parted.
Campbell up to 21 points. Like we said, his season high is 24, so we're already nearing that mark, and we're only at the 18-28 mark of the second half here.
You see why Coach Frank Martin has gone with bigger lineups to contain this team, because this is a guard-heavy team right here, so you need a big, lanky defender that can keep up with Campbell.
Well, he missed the free throw, and KJ Parker turns it over. Campbell sprinting the other way, all by himself, puts in the layup. 23 points for Javante Campbell, thanks to the steal by Towns, and a 4-point lead for Bowling Green.
And clearly it's turned into the Campbell show, so Minutemen have to find a way to neutralize this and get a bucket.
Hankin Sanford fadeaway jumper falls off the side of the rim. Betty all the rebound. KJ Parker wide open for three. He's got it. Wow.
Now, KJ Parker has not taken too many shots, but he's playing pretty efficiently now. 2 for 4.
6 points for the junior off the bench, who's provided them such a spark this year with his shooting. Campbell's got it, draws a double from Betty all off the screens. Betty all will retreat, and Wall has it left corner. Steps in for a mid-range jumper from the baseline, and it's good for Meyer Wall.
Jaden Jigga, I say, play more discipline there, not leave his feet. Let Meyer Wall get to the second level and get an open floater.
High-low pass from Betty all into Hankin Sanford, and Hankin Sanford's fouled, and we'll head to the free throw line once again.
And if you're UMass, you're happy with these. You just want Hankin Sanford to make more. You have Campbell, who's obviously the fastest player on the court, pushing on the pace every time he gets the ball. So maybe the Minutemen, you want to slow down. You want to play your own at this point.
Well, Hankin Sanford's at the line. He just went 0 for 2 his last time. And his first one's off the front rim, make it 0 for 3. And that's the difference in the game right now, 42-39 being the score. Hankin Sanford knocks in the second free throw, so he splits the pair here. And UMass down by 2.
Hankin Sanford, 56% free throw shooter for the season. That's been his kryptonite.
17-10 to play. Campbell working on Banks, and a body check foul called against Marcus Banks, and the crowd is getting sick of all these foul calls that Campbell's been getting as Banks picks up his third foul.
I agree with the crowd. I just don't understand what they're actually calling here.
Campbell now guarded by Jingay. Jingay, probably the best match for UMass on Campbell, but Campbell shakes him up, gets inside, and is fouled by Marcus Banks. So 4 on Marcus Banks, and Campbell will head to the line.
What a tarnation. My ears deceive me. Campbell with the nifty dribble move side to side to get Jaden almost off his feet.
Very rarely will you see Jaden Jingay get shaken up like that on play.
Yeah, they're letting Campbell get too loose now. He's getting deep into his bag. It's looking scary for Minutemen. They have to find a way to slow Javante Campbell down. 43-44, he made this first free throw.
Well, Donovan Brown will check in for Marcus Banks as Brown in for the first time. Campbell up to 24 after knocking in the first free throw. Ties a season high and make it a season high for him. 25 points, not a career high. Last year did score 30 against Davidson on November 8th, so he's looking to eclipse his career high today up to 25 right now. Donovan Brown hands off to Jingay on the right wing. Jingay sees a lane, drives, and is fouled hard. Who are they going to give this to, Wall or Ruffin? They'll give it to Ruffin on the reach-in, and Ruffin can't believe it, his second foul.
It looked like a scary foul. Good thing Jaden Jingay bounced right back up.
44-40. Bowling Green leading Massachusetts with 16:44 left to play.
And the crowd has gone silent, Andrew. It's only a 3-point game, but it doesn't feel like a 3-point game.
Well, KJ Parker will be the inbounder as we will get a wipe down on the floor where Jingay just fell. As a slew of players and the referee feeling around for the wet spot to make sure they take care of it.
Yeah, they're trying to clean up. They just want to keep playing basketball.
KJ Parker will inbound from the baseline.
And nothing like a wet spot to get both teams working together.
Parker looking to get it in, gives it to Jingay, who frees up space on the inbound. Wall hits the deck, and Jaden Jingay puts it in.
Jaden Jingay just weight room different while there and had the easy layup.
Jingay up to 6 points now. KJ Parker with his second assist. And Campbell, guarded by Donovan Brown, picks up his dribble. Brown pokes it loose, and maybe for the worse. Campbell, with 10 on the shot clock, gets a screen from Goins. Campbell floats it up to Wall, who finishes the alley-oop.
And Jaden overshooting, over helping to get Campbell, and just had Wall just open for the alley-oop highlight play.
Betty All driving on Goins to the left corner for Hankins Sanford, who hands to Parker. Parker's going to shoot a three, and KJ Parker's got it. 9 points for the junior on 3 threes off the bench.
And KJ Parker is the only thing holding up UMass afloat right now, just heating up. This is good. He started a couple games for UMass. He definitely is an important rotation piece in this team.
15:40 to go. Bowling Green up by 1. Campbell, doubled by Brown and Betty All, gives it off to Goins, guarded by Hankins Sanford. Up top to Towns. Towns working on Jingay. Getting inside, set up air balls, and fight for the loose ball, out of bounds. Last touch by Bowling Green, and UMass will gain possession going the other way, as that takes us to the under 16 media timeout. 15:29 to play. Bowling Green 46, Massachusetts 45. Before we step aside, I'd like to tell you that this broadcast is brought to you by 5 College Movers, the official sponsor of UMass men's basketball on 91.1 WMUA. What began as a small family idea has grown into a business with bright box trucks rolling across New England, delivering moves rooted in values that never go out of style. For over a decade, 5 College Movers has provided a personalized moving experience for every client and won't rest until the job is done. You can find information at movestress-free.com or on Instagram and Facebook at 5 College Movers. We thank 5 College Movers for their kind support. Well, we'll be right back. Stick with us here. We've got a good one on 91.1 WMUA. Well, welcome back to UMass basketball on 91.1 WMUA. We've got a fun one going on right now. 46-45, Massachusetts trailing Bowling Green as they seek their first win ever in the MAC conference play. As Jonathan, I mean, we've talked about it so much, but Javante Campbell, he can score and he can dish it as well.
Yeah, I mean, Jaden Jingay overshaded to help on the Campbell drive, and they just opened up a Meyer Wall lob. I mean, he's athletic, he's tall, and now it just seemed like it was very easy for him. So UMass has to find a perfect balance of guarding Campbell, slow him down, but you can't just let that E-lob opportunity happen again.
Well, KJ Parker will bring it up for the Minutemen. He's got 6 points this half on 2 threes. Jaden Jingay over to Donovan Brown, in for Marcus Banks. Brown driving, athletic to the hoop, no good. Betty All the rebound, and Betty All is fouled on the way up by Sam Towns. That's the third on Towns, and Betty All will go to the line.
And that's a good aggressive play by Donovan Brown to get it inside. But it worked out for UMass's advantages because Betty was able to put it back and get 2 free throws.
Well, I apologize. The foul looked like it was on Towns. They give it to Javonte Campbell instead, so that's his first. He's played every minute of this game and just picked up his first foul as Bettiol stays perfect from the line, 3 for 3, knocking in the first.
You can see how Todd Simons made a big increment, a big change in his team from his first season. This is a very smart defensive team that doesn't foul a lot.
And Bettiol misses the second free throw. Jingay trying to grab the rebound, pokes it out of bounds. And Bowling Green gains possession, tie game, 46 to 46, 15-10 to go. UMass picking up full court here.
And this is a team, Bowling Green, that doesn't talk a lot of talk. They don't really get into your face like Eastern Michigan did.
Campbell running full court, guarded by Donovan Brown. Sidestep and puts it in. He's unstoppable. 10 for 13 from the floor, 27 points, and a 2-point Falcons lead. Donovan Brown to Parker up top. He's open for 3. KJ Parker, another one. His 4th 3 of the game, and give UMass the lead right back.
This game turned into athleticness versus skill. I mean, but 3 is more than 2, so I think UMass will take that every time if KJ Parker can keep shooting like this.
UMass now 7 of 12 from 3 today. Campbell double team, kicks it over to Wall, who's all by himself for 3, and splashes it home.
You can see why Mario Wallace has his first start today. He's very confident.
And Donovan Brown turns it over, just lost the ball, started moving his body without the ball, turns it over, and then trying to recover it, dives at the legs of Wall and commits the foul.
And how KJ Parker, who had his 1-3 in the first half, is up to 3.
51-49, 14-20 to go. Campbell will bring it up for the Falcons, guarded by Donovan Brown, who's, since he came in, done a pretty fair job against him. Wall's got it. Step back 3 right in the face of Jingay. Off glass, no good. Bettiol collects his 9th rebound. 1 away from a double-double. Donovan Brown in the right corner driving. Kicks it out. Parker to Jingay. Bounce pass into Bettiol in the lane, who can't handle it, and Wall steals it away. 3-on-2 break for Bowling Green. Shackelford goes right to the rim and puts it in with the left hand. And 1. Count the foul. Or count the bucket, excuse me. And the foul's on KJ Parker. That's his 3rd.
That's going to become a little problem with Bettiol this game. Just not able to handle the ball, just putting a lot of passes. It turned into an N1 opportunity for Bowling Green.
5 turnovers for Bettiol today. Leads to another Bowling Green bucket. So they lead by 4. Shackelford with 5 points off the bench. Looks to convert the N1, and he does.
It just shows how hard it is to play at this level. If you're Bettiol, one game, you get into foul trouble. 1 game, you get into turnover trouble.
KJ Parker has it down by 5. 13:30 to go. Hankins Sanford at the left elbow, working on Towns, spins into the lane, hook shot, rims in and out, and Towns grabs his 6th rebound.
Very good look by Hankins Sanford.
And Shackelford gives it off to Wall, who's all by himself for the dunk. And a timeout called by Frank Martin as Bowling Green is taking over an 8-0 run in the last minute and 40 seconds. And Bowling Green, just like that, up by 7, 56 to 49. Jonathan, it's all Bowling Green right now.
Yeah, I mean, they're pushing the pace and they're just making shots. I mean, Hankins Sanford missing a little chippy. It's all the luck is going into Bowling Green's side. But that's why Coach Martin had to call a timeout and really regroup his team. There's still 13 minutes left with a 7-point game. So UMass still has time to make another pushback. But right now, at this rate, it's not looking good for the last 15 minutes for this Minutemen team.
Well, Marcus Banks was hot in the first half early with 8 points, but he's gotten into some foul trouble. He's got 4 fouls, so he won't be deployed for quite some time now. But KJ Parker has been the go-to guy here in the second half. 9 points in the second half, 12 total, and he's been a spark for them off the bench all season long. Well, he was a starter early in the year until they went down to the St. Thomas Virgin Islands, and Frank Martin decided to make the change ahead of the Green Bay game and gave Dan Carbuccia the start so that a passer could be out there with the scorers and KJ Parker could come off the bench as a scorer. And it's paid off so far. He's averaging almost 11 points a game.
Yeah, it's definitely worked out, especially for him in this game. But KJ Parker can't do it himself. For a second, it looked like it was going to be a Javonte Campbell versus KJ Parker showdown, but
Fans, the votes
the
are in.
over aggression
Your
on
UMass
Campbell
five
guarding
fans
him
on
has
what
opened
the
up the
name is Funky Town
game for other
0.
players like Wall right now, Maya Wall. So UMass has to find another player that can help KD Parker. KD Parker is into the game. He's feeling himself. He's shooting very efficiently in the second half.
Yeah,
But he needs help.
Already 22 points for Bowling Green in the second half, and it's been not even 7 minutes yet. 10 points for Campbell, 9 from Meyer Wall in second half, and Shackelford's got the other 3. They're 9 for 10 from the floor in the second half. UMass has not had an answer on defense, and all they're doing is picking up more fouls. They're throwing a bunch of different guys on Campbell, trying out whoever will work. The latest solution was Donovan Brown, but now Dwayne Wimbley's into the game. I suspect he will be the one in a zone defense task.
And Andrew, every team has their own playing style. Bowling Green is not a team that has been shooting lights out from three-point range, but they're very athletic and they're very fast, and they've been just playing their game well. They've made 2 out of 7 3-point attempts, so they're really just dominating inside the paint. 20 makes in the paint.
Well, UMass 5 is Parker, Jingay, Wimbley, Hankins, Sanford, and Bettyall. And for Bowling Green, as Jingay has it on a double team on the left block, sends it outside to Parker. Parker's going to pull a 3. He's got another one. KJ Parker, how about it? His 5th 3 of the game, 4th of the half, and UMass is down by 4.
I may have spoken too soon, Andrew. If KD Parker keeps up, he might just be able to do it all on his own.
Well, Campbell has it. He's joined out there by Shackelford, Wall, Towns, and Glover II. I was right. Wimbley is the one guarding Campbell. Gets a screen from Glover. Bettyall with the hedge, and they double-team him. Swings it around to Towns. Towns driving on DHS. Step through. Nice move by Sam Towns. His first bucket of the half, and Bowling Green back up by 6. Parker gets a double screen from Bettyall and Hankins Sanford. Gives it off to DHS, who's open for 3 on the left wing, and DHS has got the 3. 9 for 14 from beyond the arc today for the Minutemen. And they trail by 3. That's what's keeping them in it.
And that was a nice confident stroke by DHS. You definitely like to see that from him. You can definitely see the fight in UMass.
DHS just a 16% three-point shooter on the year. Knocks down his solo take of the day so far. Campbell guarded way out at the power U by Wimbley. Just under 12 minutes to play in the game. Campbell fades the screen, goes into Jingay, goes up. His shot off the glass, no good. Parker rips in the rebound.
That's great defense by Dwayne and Jingay.
Parker over to Bettyall, top of the key. To Wimbley on the left wing. Wimbley driving on Wall, and he's fouled on his take to the hoop. As Bowling Green picks up their 5th foul of the half, Wall picks up his 1st. That sends us to the under 12 media timeout. 11:29 to play in the first half. UMass trying to reel themselves back into it. 6 for their last 8 on the floor. That'll take us to a break, but before we do that, we'd like to tell you that this broadcast is brought to you by 5 College Movers, the official sponsor of UMass men's basketball on 91.1 WMUA. What began as a small family idea has grown to a business with bright box trucks rolling across New England, delivering moves rooted in values that never go out of style. For over a decade, 5 College Movers has provided a personalized moving experience for every client and won't rest until the job is done. You can find information at movestress-free.com or on Instagram and Facebook at 5 College Movers. We thank 5 College Movers for their kind support. But we're going to step aside and be right back on the other side of the media timeout. Don't go anywhere. We're in for a thrilling finish here on 91.1.
On the bench still? Oh, he's still in, yeah.
UMass breaks the huddle with KJ Parker, Dwayne Wimbley, Jaden Jingay, Daniel Hankins-Sanford, and Leo Bettiol. And Bowling Green will break with Campbell, Towns, Wall, Shackelford, and Glover. The inbound from Jingay is stolen away by Glover. Big man dribbling up the floor, and he travels with it as he picks up his dribble. And he is blown away by it, as well as Todd Simon. But, I mean, Jonathan, that was as obvious as a travel gets.
Yeah, that was just a really good bailout for UMass after the sloppy inbound to Bowling Green to immediately make more sloppy play. That's a very good bailout for the Minutemen.
Well, KJ Parker has it now for the Minutemen, guarded by Campbell. Gets a screen on the left side from Bettiol. Parker gives it off to Jingay, who almost turns the ball over. Jingay driving, gets to the MAC logo in the paint. Floater falls short, and Glover the rebound.
And a good take by Jane, just a little short.
Campbell to the left corner for Towns. Thought about a three, drives instead. Going up right at Hankins-Sanford, passes it off to Shackelford, who is fouled. And almost a scary landing there by Hankins-Sanford, but Shackelford will head to line.
Yeah, Coach Frank Martin keeping this lineup, keeping Dwayne Wimbley Jr. and Jaden Jingay out in this game at the same time because Devontae Campbell has been getting too much free real estate in the paint. So adding your fastest, most versatile defenders at the court at the same time might be a recipe for the victory of Minutemen this game.
Aiden Goins will check in for Troy Glover the second after Josiah Shackelford knocked in the first free throw to make it a 4-point Bowling Green lead. Wimbley, who has not contributed much on the offensive side today, is an anchor for them on defense, the freshman, and Jaden Jingay grabs the miss on the second free throw, and Sam Towns picks up a foul after the rebound.
That's his third. Team sixth.
So 3 on Towns. Next foul for UMass will put them at the free throw line.
And the foul count is now 6-7. UMass high with 7 fouls.
Parker will bring it up the floor just under 11 minutes to play. Guarded full court by Campbell. Hands off to Wimbley on the left wing. Wimbley bringing it across to the right side. Hands to Hankins-Sanford. To the free throw line for Bettiol. To the left corner for KJ Parker, who was wide open for 3, but Jaden Jingay picks up an offensive foul on an illegal screen. So Jingay's third foul now. And a UMass turnover on what could have been 3 points.
Yeah, because KJ Parker was open off the good play call by Coach Frank Martin, but just a little too sloppy on the screen.
So foul trouble for the Minutemen. Banks has 4, Hankins-Sanford with 3, Parker with 3, and Jingay with 3 as well. Shackelford, fadeaway jumper, no good, and Bettiol with a double-double now, grabbing his 10th rebound. Parker to Bettiol, to the left wing for Wimbley. Wimbley inside to Hankins-Sanford. On the baseline, gives it off to Jingay, and a reach-in foul, I believe, called against Wall. Will send Jaden Jingay to the line.
Foul is on number 9, Meyer Wall. That's his second.
So both teams in the bonus now.
Jingay at the line for a 1-and-1. UMass at the line today, 6 for 10. Jingay 2-2. On season, Jingay is a 70% free throw shooter. Knocks in the first free throw. He has steadily improved as the year went on. It was as low as about 54% earlier in the year. But Frank Martin says nobody works harder at making their free throws than Jingay, and it's been paying off for him.
And the progression on Jaden that I'm noticing today is the comfortability to take a shot, but not forcing it too much when it's not there. He's taking very smart shot attempts today.
Well, good old announcer's jinx as Jingay misses the second free throw. Campbell the other way. Goes up and fouled by Leo Bettiol. So 3 on Bettiol now will send Campbell to the free throw line for free throws number 12 and 13 for the senior.
Campbell at 27 points, looking to break his career high. Might happen tonight.
Career high, again, 30 points versus Davidson a year ago. And he knocks in the first free throw to make it 28. As Bowling Green now leads 60-56, 10:06 to play. Campbell's second, also good. So make it 9 for 13 at the line today, 29 points. for the senior. Trailing by 5, excuse me. Parker's got it. Hands to Wembley. Gets a screen from Jingay. Gives it off to him on the left wing. Jingay driving on Wall.
Good
Gets
move.
him up in the air. Goes up with it. No good. And rebounded by Towns. Towns now with 7.
Good move by Jingay. Just a little too strong.
Towns spinning. Tries to get out to Shackelford, but on the spin, they're going to say Jingay got an arm in there. And that's 4 on Jingay. The crowd absolutely letting these refs hear it.
The refs are doing an interesting job to say the least today.
Number 14.
It looked like he just lost his footing to me.
So Towns will head to the line for 2 shots. Towns, his first 2 free throws of the day. He's got 6 points to go with 7 rebounds, 5 assists. His first free throw rims in and out. And Danny Carbuccia will check back in for the Minutemen for the first time in a while here, placing Jingay, who has those 4 fouls.
And if he misses both, I think you know that means bottom line.
Towns' second is good. So make it a 6-point game, 62-56. As Jonathan, the ball did not want to pick a side there, it seems. 1 for 1 at the line.
50-50, but you guys have to go make a bucket here and get themselves more aggressively flowing.
Hankin Sanford, top of the key, gives it off to Carbuccia. Carbuccia inside to Bettiol, and Bettiol, nice kiss off the glass with the hook shot. He's got 15 points on the afternoon.
Great footwork, great touch off the glass. That's a good finish by Bettiol. You guys needed that.
Campbell, guarded by Wembley, up at the power U. Campbell on the drive, and they're going to call a hand check foul on Wembley. And cue the crowd noise. Here they come. They're getting sick of all these ticky-tack fouls getting called against Minutemen.
Yeah, let them play. The refs have definitely tried to be a big part of this game in the second half.
Bowling Green already up to 25 free throws on the afternoon. Campbell in search of a career high here if he knocks down both free throws. The first one is up, and it rims out.
No good.
On the season, Bowling Green shoots just 24 free throws a game. They're already at 26 with 9 minutes left to play in the game. Campbell's second free throw also no good, and Jonathan, there's your ball, don't lie. The crowd.
I don't lie. Please let them play basketball.
The crowd with a nice cheer after that one. As UMass down by 4, a chance to make it a 1-possession game. Carbuccia to Bettiol. Had a chance to go up with it, decided not to, kicks it to the corner. Carbuccia thought about a 3. And a couple opportunities for UMass that they're not taking advantage of. Hankin Sanford burying himself inside, fouled and 1.
Yes, that's a great way to get 3 points the old-fashioned way. That was just a mismatch. There's not much his defender could do. Hankin Sanford had about 30, 40 pounds.
Sam Towns picks up his 4th foul. And Hankin Sanford will head to the line looking to convert the and 1. And Ruffin will check in for Sam Towns, who will be benched with his 4. Big free throw here for the Minutemen. Hankin Sanford 1 for 4 from the line on the day. 8 points to go with 3 rebounds in 19 minutes.
And not having Sam Towns would be a big blow for Bowling Green. He averaged 13.6 points per game.
And Hankin Sanford converts the and 1, so it's a 1-point game again. 61-62, 8:45 to play. The crowd getting back into it for the Minutemen. KJ Parker guarding Javante Campbell, laying off a little bit. Not going to beat him off the dribble. Campbell taking his time, calling out the offense. 10 on the shot clock. Campbell has it, swings it over to Shackelford left wing, back over to Campbell on the right wing. Pump fakes a 3, drives inside, goes right at Bettiol. His layup, no good, and Bettiol the rebound. UMass will come back the other way, looking to take the lead. Carbuccia to Parker. Up top to Bettiol. The crowd wanted Bettiol to take that 3. Held off instead, gives it off to Wembley. Wembley to Bettiol, who's open inside, and a nice feed from the freshman to the senior, and the UMass Minutemen have retaken the lead. 63-62.
You can definitely see the growth in Wembley's game from the first game. He's definitely way more in control and making great plays down the stretch here.
7-0 run for the Minutemen. No field goals for Bowling Green in the last 4.5 minutes.
UMass has made 5 out of the last 7 field goals and making their first lead in a while.
Campbell over to Shackelford, back. Campbell top of the key, playing catch these two. Into Wall, inside, goes up with the floater off the rim, too strong with it. And Hankins Sanford the rebound.
UMass faithful rallying behind the Minutemen here.
Hankins Sanford three off the side rim, no good, and Campbell tracks down the long rebound. Wembley tracking him from behind will retreat. Shackelford, right wing, dribbles it off the foot of Parker, and he gets in there. And a foul called against Shackelford, I believe, which will send us to the under 8 media timeout. UMass stealing the momentum as we head into the under 8. 7:13 left to play. 63-62 is the score. When we come back, KJ Parker will be at the free throw line for a 1-and-1. Don't go anywhere. We're going to step aside here on 91.1 WMUA. We're back here on 91.1 WMUA. If you're just joining us, I'm Drew Samaha with Jonathan Charlier. And UMass is surging right now, seeking their first ever win in the MAC. Of course, they spent about 5 decades in the Atlantic 10, this being the first year in the Mid-American Conference. They've started 0-2 MAC play as they seek their first win against the Bowling Green Falcons. Jonathan, they've got a 1-point lead, and KJ Parker is heading to the line right now for a 1-and-1 to extend it.
Yeah, the energy is good here in the Munn Center. UMass is on, like you said, a 7-0 run in the last 2 minutes and 11 seconds. The first MAC win is brewing in the air. I can feel it.
Parker's first free throw is good. He's a 96% shooter from the free throw line this season. So he puts in the front end 1-and-1, give him 16 points on the day to go with his 5 threes and 3 assists. Parker's second free throw is up, and it's in. UMass up by 3, 7:13 to go. Parker then the hero alongside Betty, all 17 apiece for them. And, of course, for Bowling Green, it's Ben Campbell with 29. Campbell over to Ruffin, back to Campbell. Guarded by Parker. Swings it to the left side. Ruffin. Entry pass to Glover, who gets double-teamed, and a blocking foul called against Hankins Sanford. So number 4 on DHS. And Glover will go to the line for 2 shots.
Number 1, Daniel Hankins.
These refs have caught a lot of
That's
fouls.
his 4th in the penalty.
Dwayne Wembley's still in the game. He's been a very integral part of the slowing of the Campbell show. He's tall, lanky, and fast and strong. So that combination has been able to slow down Campbell and really put the brakes on the Falcons' offense.
Well, if there's anybody you want to send to the free throw line for Bowling Green, it's Troy Glover if you're the Minutemen. He's 40% on the year, has not scored yet today, and just missed his first free throw. And just missed the second one strong, too, but Shackelford collected the rebound. but they call an offensive foul on Shackelford pushing off.
The Bowling Green foul is on number 4, Josiah
UMass
Shackelford.
will go to the free throw line on the other end. I believe it'll be Daniel Hankins Sanford who will get a guaranteed 2 shots here for the Minutemen.
Now both teams are playing a little out of control. A lot of fouls calls being called.
Number
Both
1,
teams up to
Hankins
10
Sanford at the line.
fouls with a whole
2.
7 minutes left in this game.
Hankins Sanford knocks in the first free throw, so he's 3 for 6 on the day now, looking to make it a 5-point game.
And a really confident shot, really good stroke by DHS.
And he's into double digits with 10 points now. His second free throw up and off the back rim, no good. Wall the rebound. So Hankins Sanford out there with 4 fouls now playing defense. Campbell driving right at him. Hankins Sanford pokes it away. Campbell loses balance. Gives it over to Shackelford. Double team by Hankins Sanford and Bettyall. And will reset with Campbell with 15 on the clock up top.
And Campbell out of control, running into his own teammate there to almost cost a turnover.
Ruffin over to Wall. Wall to Campbell, who's open for 3. And that shot's no good. Fight for the rebound. Wall puts it out of bounds. And I thought that was going to be a foul call. They just call it an out-of-bounds play. Oh, no, it will be a foul against Wall. And, well, Daniel Hankins Sanford will do it again. Will walk down to the other side of the floor to shoot 2.
Yeah, Maya Wall running for the loose ball and just runs into Daniel Hankins Sanford. Hankins Sanford going for his
Number 1, Daniel Hankins Sanford
8th and 9th free throw attempts.
2.
He's made 3 of them.
Luka Damjanac's ready to sub in for Hankins Sanford. At any dead ball, he gets the chance. Hankins Sanford knocks in the first free throw. UMass up by 5, 67-62, 6:29 to go. He does have 4 fouls. Frank Martin really wants him to make this one for extra reason to get him out of the game, and he puts it in. And Damjanac will check in for the Minutemen, and Sam Towns with his 4 fouls. Todd Simon feels now's the time to deploy him. 6-point game, 6:29 to go. Troy Glover will head to the bench.
Yeah, having Sam Towns out there can lessen the defense on Campbell and perhaps get him going again.
Campbell picked up full court by Carbuccia. UMass in a 1-3-1 zone. Carbuccia at the top. Bettyall the anchor in the paint. Campbell gets a screen from Wall. Switched on to KJ Parker. Inside Shackelford. It goes up and under, and nice move. Dwayne Wimbley came flying in, ready to contest. But a nice finish by Shackelford makes it a 4-point game to snap the 12-0 run.
Shackelford up to 9 points on 3 of 4 shooting.
Parker, right wing. Up top, Damjanac to Carbuccia. Carbuccia entry pass to Bettyall on the block. Bettyall doesn't even take a dribble, just goes right up and puts it in. 19 points for Bettyall, 7 assists for Carbuccia. UMass back up by 6.
And Leonardo Bettyall is a pro at that bump and making space to just getting an easy little hook shot. That looked a little too easy for the graduate student.
Ruffin inside to Shackelford. Shackelford goes up, no good off the glass. Fight for the rebound. Damjanac comes away with it. His first rebound of the game. Carbuccia to Bettyall, top of the key. Gives it back to Carbuccia, right wing, and sets a screen. Carbuccia driving in, gets Shackelford in the air, goes up with the floater, no good. Bettyall fighting for the rebound, comes down with it, and he's fouled by Ruffin on the ground. So that's 3 fouls on Ruffin, and Bettyall will head to the free throw line.
That's a great way to stay aggressive by Carbuccia to get that opportunity, the hesitation to get his defender off the ground, and then Bettyall just cleaning it up and then putting it back up. That's a good play. That's a good way to stay aggressive for UMass. You don't want to take your foot off the gas. You want to keep putting the pedal and increasing the lead here.
Bettyall's first is good at the line, so he's up to 20 points now and 4 for 5 from the free throw line. Bettyall's had himself a day, 20 points and 12 rebounds.
Yeah, the stars are out today. Almost 3 20-point scorers here.
And they're doing it without Marcus Banks, who's got 4 fouls. Second free throw's missed, but Wimbley tips it to Parker. Parker 3 off the back rim. The crowd was ready to explode. But Campbell grabs the rebound, sprinting the other way. Goes up right at Carbuccia and is fouled. And Campbell will head to the free throw line. Free throws number 16 and 17 of the afternoon for him. So they give the foul to Wimbley, actually, not Carbuccia. So 2 on Wimbley. And Campbell looking to cut into the 7-point lead with 5:02 to play.
If you're Frank Martin, you're okay with that foul. Dwayne Wimbley has done so much on the defensive side. That one foul won't hurt. And he misses the first one.
And Campbell at the line today has been shaky with that miss. He's now 9 for 16. He's got 29 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds, but has struggled to score anywhere outside of the paint. The second free throw is up and in. So 10 for 17 from the line makes it a 6-point game, 71-65.
And he finally tied his career high up to 30 points.
Just under 5 minutes to play. Carbuccia brings it up, guarded by Ruffin. 1-3-1 zone for Bowling Green. Damjanac's left elbow. Gives it off to Bedial. Bedial quick goes up with it and is fouled by Aiden Goins.
The Bowling Green foul is
It was called for a push, so Goins picks up his second foul, and Bedial will go right back to the free throw line for the Minutemen.
Bedial's just so dangerous there down low with the soft touch and the great footwork, getting Goins to go and foul.
It's clever. I like that.
Appreciate you.
Bedial's first. Rolls in.
It goes in. Bedial now 5 for 7 on the free throw line.
21 points for the Italian. His second free throw off the back rim, no good. And Wall the rebound. Campbell charging right at Parker, getting into the paint, floats it up. No good, and a foul call on KJ Parker. That's number 4 on him. And Campbell will go to the line for free throws number 18 and 19. These are some Shea Gilgeous-Alexander numbers we're seeing at the line today.
Yeah, it's like every time he attacks, they blow the whistle. Like, are we actually making sure they're fouling?
Campbell going for a career high with this first attempt here. It's up, and it's in. So a new career high for Javante Campbell. And it's been fitting today. He's been dominating all game long. 31 points, but UMass still leading by 6. And Luka Damjanac will check out, and Daniel Hankins-Sanford in for the Minutemen.
Javon Campbell, the SGA of the MAC conference.
Campbell, his second free throw is good. So 5-point game, 72-67, 4:40 to play.
This is a close one. It can go both ways, but UMass got to keep that aggressiveness going and keep scoring.
Carbuccia over to Wembley. Wembley, nice feed inside to Hankins-Sanford, turns and goes up with it, and probably didn't know where he was. That shot way off, and Wall rebound.
Wembley's a good passer. He's definitely going to progress and be a great player out of the course line.
Towns has it on the baseline. Brings it out to the wing, hands off to Campbell. Campbell driving left baseline, goes right at Hankins-Sanford. Great defense by Hankins-Sanford, going straight up and walling up, forcing the miss and grabbing the rebound.
Able to block that at the apex of Campbell's shot attempt.
Carbuccia hands to Wembley. Wembley driving, right at Campbell, bowls him over, no call. Parker up top. Bounce pass into Bedial. Bedial ripping through and draws another foul. And that's on Sam Towns, so that's number 5 on the senior Towns. As that takes us to the Unfor media timeout. 3:50 left to play when we come back. The big Italian Leo Bedial will be at free throw line. UMass up by 5. Go anywhere. We're in for a thrilling finish. Well, 3:50 left to play. We're in the closing stretch here as the Minutemen seek their first win in MAC play. They're 0-2 with losses to Kent State and Eastern Michigan. Bowling Green looking to move 2-1 after defeating Ohio and losing to Miami, Ohio, who's at the top of the MAC right now, 14-0 on the season.
Yeah, this game is a very important one for UMass to not only show that they can compete with the MAC opponents, they can close out games against these fierce teams. This is a very important win for UMass if they get it.
Well, only 8 of the 13 MAC teams will see postseason play in Cleveland, as UMass does not want to fall 0-3 and have to fight to get in one of those top 8 spots. But Bedial makes the first free throw to make it 73-67 with 3:50 to go.
Just playing smart, slowing down the clock, slowing down the pace of play, and just now fouling should be enough to get UMass this win.
Bedial rimmed out his second free throw, and Wimbley called for an over the back, trying to tip the rebound out, and we will go to the other end for some more free throws. That's foul number 27 on UMass and number 47 total of the game. So Bowling Green will be attempting free throws number 34 and 35 here with Meyer Wall at the line.
I guess he jumped over him, but did he foul? Marcus Banks and Danny Hankins-Sanford getting ready to check into the game.
And both with 4 fouls. Banks has been sitting a majority of this half after picking up 2 quick fouls in the second half. Wall makes the first free throw. That was his first free throw of the game. He's up to 12 points now. As Wimbley and Damianats will check out for this offensive possession. UMass's 5 is Carbuccia, Parker, Banks, Hankins-Sanford, and Bedial. And for Bowling Green, it's Campbell, Ruffin, Wall, Shackelford, and Towns. That Towns foul, by the way, was changed. Not sure who they gave it to, but Towns has not quite fouled out.
And I'm interested to see how Marcus Banks can, affect this game here. He was really getting bodied by Campbell. A lot of the buckets from Campbell was over Marcus Banks, so.
Well, after both free throws were made by Wall, UMass turns it over against the Bowling Green press. Hankins-Sanford unable to hang on to the Carbuccia pass. And a big-time turnover there forced by Bowling Green, down by 4 with 3:46 to play.
And the crowd again silent. Everyone realizing that this game is nowhere near over, and this could still go either way.
And Banks didn't even get to play an offensive possession. They will keep him away from getting his 5th foul here. He goes to the bench, and Jaden Jingay checks back in. Jingay also has 4 fouls. 4 Minutemen with 4 fouls today. Hankins-Sanford, Parker, Banks, and Jingay. Campbell up top to Towns, back around to Wall. Over to Towns, top of the key, swings it to Campbell. Campbell driving in, walled up by Carbuccia. His shot no good. Jingay, great rebound.
I see a smart decision to put Jaden back in. Like I said, Marcus Banks was not really affecting Campbell defensively.
Carbuccia hands to Hankins-Sanford. Up top for KJ Parker, guarded by Shackelford, hands to Carbuccia. To the right wing for Hankins-Sanford. Back up top, Carbuccia. 7 on the shot clock. Bounce pass into Bedial. Bedial going to work. His hook shot is good. Wow. 9 consecutive field goals made by Leo Bedial. And forces, is this a timeout called by Todd Simon? I'm not sure what's going on the floor right now. The players are acting as if there's a timeout, but no timeout's been called. I don't know what just happened, but UMass is now up by 6 with 3:04 to play.
He's got a free substitution. Can't complain. But yeah, just a soft touch by Lino Bedial to just hit every part of the rim, and it's like a soft touch to let it roll in.
24 for Bedial today, and we're back underway. I don't know what what the call was there, what happened, but UMass gets a free sub to get Hankins-Sanford out of the game for Damianats.
A very wild, confusing game, but that is the art of collegiate basketball.
Wall's 3 is good. Big 3 for Meyer Wall, who's really come on in the second half here, up to 16 points total now. KJ Parker double-teamed on the press, poked away by Ruffin, stolen away by Bowling Green. Wall going with Bedial, his shot no good. And Jingay grabs the rebound, a chance to have made it a 1-point game there. But UMass hangs on. 75-72, Carbuccia gets it up ahead to Bedial. 2:20 to play. Carbuccia guarded by Campbell. He's going to take his time with it. 12 on the clock as Bedial comes to set a screen. Carbuccia dribbling to his left. Bounce pass inside to Jingay on the backdoor cut. Jingay doesn't go up with it. Has it ripped away by Sam Towns. And another steal for Bowling Green. And UMass their 17th turnover of the game.
Into the indecision by was what caused that turnover.
Campbell working on both UMass bigs. Swings it over to Ruffin, looking to tie it up. His shot hits every part of the rim and rims out. Ball's on the ground. Bodies everywhere. And a jump ball that will go the way of the Minutemen.
This is what we love about Mac play. This is what we love about Carper's play. The desperation. All bodies on the ground going for that ball. You can see two programs that really want to win a basketball game right now.
Carbuccia and Damjanec will check out. Banks and Haken Sanford in for the UMass offensive possession here. 1:42 to play. Haken Sanford will be the inbounder against the Bowling Green press. Campbell, Shackelford, Wall, Ruffin, and Towns versus Haken Sanford, Jingay, Banks, Parker, and Bettiall. Haken Sanford inbounds it into KJ Parker. Immediately a double team comes for him. Parker gets it over to Jingay. Up ahead to Marcus Banks all by himself. Put up the layup and puts it in. Nice job breaking the press by the Minutemen. And a free two for Banks.
Excellent awareness by Jaden Jingay to get that up to Marcus Banks. And great patience by Marcus Banks to finish that.
Wall's three, no good. Rebounded by Bettiall. And Parker's got it now. Double team coming once again. Over to Jingay. Bounce pass to Banks. And Frank Martin calls a timeout as they were nearing a 10-second violation.
Smart timeout and smart play by the Minutemen to make this lead a 5-minute game, 5-point game, and slow down the clock. There's only 1 minute and 17 left, so the winning opportunity, the winning table is really closing up for the Bowling Green Falcons right now.
And 1:17 left to play. 77-72. UMass has done a great job in the closing stretch of this game. I mean, some of the turnovers have been pretty sloppy, but aside from that, when they get the ball into the offensive half, they've been converting late in this one. But Leo Bettiall, all credit to him today. He's got 24 points, which is a new UMass career high. His career high is 27 back at Abilene Christian last year against Stephen F. Austin on New Year's Eve. So we'll see today if he's got enough time to get there. We've already seen one career high today from Javante Campbell with 32 points.
And hats off to Coach Frank Martin for really making the right substitutions at the right time to get the right players in. Had Wayne Wimbley Jr. for honestly a good amount of time in the second half, played a great part in the UMass in the lead and still has the lead.
UMass's crowd is coming alive here. They will inbound from the sideline. They break the huddle with Parker, Banks, Jingay, Haken Sanford, and Bettiall. And it's the same five it's been. Actually, no, excuse me, Glover into the game and puts a wall for Bowling Green.
And a dynamic attack by Minutemen. All five players on the court almost have double digits.
And Jingay the only one in single digits with 7. And the inbound comes in to Jingay. 1:15 left. Jingay double team, kicks it out to Banks. Banks is going to cool it down over to Parker at the top of the key, and he will waste the clock away. Double teamed over to Banks. Parker with 5 on the clock. 1 minute left to go. Parker driving in, has it poked away, but it frees himself up at the elbow. And KJ Parker puts in what might be the dagger. 19 points on the day. And a 7-point UMass lead. Bowling Green rolling it over to Campbell, who picks it up at half court. Ahead to Towns. Gives it back to Campbell. Gets a screen from Towns. Swings it over to Ruffin. Ruffin's going to pull a 3. His shot's good. Wow. 4-point game. Javon Ruffin, 7 points on the day with his second 3. And a quick timeout called by Todd Simon. Go over a press here.
And if you're the Minutemen, that one hurt. That just brought a lot of life back to the Falcons' flight.
We'll see what the Falcons got to show UMass on the press again. They've been running a great press so far, forcing turnovers, giving UMass a lot of trouble. Frank Martin has 1 timeout left. Todd Simon on the other end has 2. There's 44.9 to play. It's 79-75. That 3 from Bowling Green's Ruffin was just their 4th of the game, 4 of 12. UMass on the day, 9 of 16 from beyond the arc. That's 56%. And with KJ Parker's lethal shooting out there, with 5 of them, has been the reason for the lead that you see right now. UMass breaks the huddle, same 5 on the floor. In a lot of foul trouble right now. Hankins, Sanford, Parker, Jingay, and Banks all on the floor with 4 fouls. The only one not is Betty All with 3. Only foul trouble for Bowling Green is Am Towns with 4. And Shackelford, Ruffin, and Glover all with 3 apiece.
Now for UMass, you need a bucket here.
Hankins, Sanford inbounding. Bounces it into Leo Bettyall. Bettyall double teamed, and that's not who you want double teamed on the press, but they commit the foul. And Bettyall will head to the free throw line for 2 shots.
And Troy Jr. is honestly flabbergasted. He still has hands up, showing I have my hands straight up. But as you can tell, the whistle is not friendly for either side. Both teams at double-digit fouls.
27 fouls on the Minutemen, 21 on Bowling Green. So that's 48 whistles total. And Bettyall will head to the free throw line after Glover picked up foul number 4.
Although I might be confused on some of the foul calls on UMass, like I say, the refs have definitely been fair and called a lot of fouls on both squads today.
Bettyall knocked in the first free throw, so give him 25 points on the afternoon. 80-75 the score, 41.7 left.
7-11 from the free throw line, 9 from 11 from the field goal. He's having a very efficient game.
Bettyall's second free throw hits every part of the rim and rolls in, so 6-point game as Campbell doesn't let the ball roll, picks it up at about the free throw line. Campbell sprinting the other way. Looking for somewhere to go. He's just going to pull the 3 himself, and he knocks it in. Campbell's first 3 of the game gives him 35 points and another timeout called. Now it's a 3-point game with 35.3 left to go. Bowling Green just won't go away.
Yeah, they are making very timely, lucky shot. Kemba with the pass fake. The Hackett Parker just back up, loosen up the defense. Just enough for Kemba to shoot it right over the top. 3-point game, 35 seconds left. Coach Frank Martin's not happy, but they're going to have to figure out a way to get another bucket and further open his lead. Because if Bowling Green can open up make another 3 or get a 2-and-1 and a foul, they can really tie this game and take it to overtime. If you're the Minutemen, you do not want to go overtime right now.
And Campbell, not known for his 3-point shooting, just 25% on the year, knocks in his first one there. We thought UMass's issue with him today was going to be the steals. He averages the most steals per game in the country. He has yet to pick one up today. No better time for him to get one than right now if you're Bowling Green down by 3 with 35 seconds to play.
Yeah, he's been such an offensive juggernaut on the offensive side that he didn't even need to collect any steals. 35.7 assists, 5 rebounds. He's done it all. And UMass's ability to protect the ball from him probably is what helped him stay in this game. Oh, he fell.
Well, after the Bowling Green timeout, the inbound came into Parker. Campbell hit the deck trying to get the steal, and Campbell will foul Marcus Banks intentionally, and Banks will head to the line to shoot 2. Banks has not taken a free throw from the line today.
But he's shooting 86% of the free throw line. Good option for Minutemen to shoot some free throws.
He's got 10 points on the day in 20 minutes. That was in some foul trouble. His first free throw is off the back rim. So the door creaking open a little bit more for Bowling Green here. Exactly 30 seconds left on the clock, down by 3.
He needs to hit this one.
Banks' second is up, and it's in. 2-possession game, 82-78.
So now Minutemen need to find a way to protect the 3. Make sure they have an emphasis on no 3. Because if they get a 2 and you get fouled again, that's okay. But a 3 would really make this too close.
30 seconds left. Both teams have a timeout left. Campbell driving in. He just is going to go in and take the 2. He's fouled and 1.
Oh, my days.
Javante Campbell gets into the paint with ease. Jaden Jingay picks up foul number 5, so he is done for the day. And a day that might possibly be extended here as Campbell with a chance to make it a 1-point game.
The Euro into the body control to make the layup as they're falling. You might see a star to make it with this young one.
As Jingay's still in the game, there's the substitution. Danny Carbuccia coming in to replace Jaden Jingay, who has fouled out today with 7 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists in 28 minutes. The crowd gives him a nice hand on the way out.
The crowd who was stunned for a while is now starting to get out that daze they were in, get a little noise now.
Free throw number 20 coming for Campbell here. 37 points.
This young man has had a
shot night. Is up, and it goes off the front rim and in. It's a 1-point game, 82-81, 25 seconds left. Bettyall gets it into Banks. Banks double team, bounces it off to Bettyall, almost turned it over. Parker up ahead to Carbuccia. Carbuccia to Hankins Sanford. And Hankins Sanford is fouled with 16.6 left. And not who you want to send to line if you're the Minutemen.
Definitely not. They wasted about half the time, 16.6 seconds left on the clock, and now you have Hankins Sanford going for the free throws. So these are big free throws right here.
UMass was able to waste 9 seconds off the clock there. Hankins Sanford 5 for 9 from the free throw line today, 56% on the season. He's got 12 points today. 1-point game. Hankins Sanford's first is good.
Okay. 2-point game.
And Dwayne Wimbley will check in for Leo Bettyall here.
I can see why. It's just the second you take him off the court, Javante Campbell was able to get open again. He really has been a kryptonite to Campbell. Even if he has 38 points, you'll take the little you get.
And Hankins Sanford knocked in both free throws. 3-point lead, 16.6 to go. Shackelford checks back in for Glover. They've been doing offense, defense, the two of them, in the last few minutes here.
Now, for UMass, you need to not let them three, and if they get a layup, don't foul.
Campbell up the floor. His shot is pinned off glass by Hankins Sanford, but they're going to call it a goaltend. I'm not sure who they're going to call it on specifically, but both Wimbley and Hankins Sanford pin that one, and they're going to take a timeout to go review this one. I mean, Jonathan, it looked close, but I think Hankins Sanford had that as a clean block.
Yeah, I mean, his hand was really, like, fierce and striking. I feel like he might have beat the ball to the glass. But I didn't see it. All happened really quick, so I would not be surprised if it went either way. Either way, we have an absolute thriller here in the Mullins Center. A great way to start off the New Year's.
Well, it's 10.8 seconds left, regardless of what the result is here. Important note is that the possession arrow favors Bowling Green. I do believe UMass came down with the possession after the block, so if they rule it a block, I believe it should be called UMass possession. But in the case where it goes to the possession arrow, it would go back to Bowling Green.
Now, if you're UMass, so let's say it was a goal.
Wow, it is a goaltend. They will call it a goaltend on UMass, so make it a 1-point game, 10.8 to play, 84-83. And Javante Campbell with that now up to 40 points on day.
Number 16, Troy Glover into the game.
Okay. I thought that was make it 85. Okay, so UMass is still up. Nah, for UMass, you just want to make sure you give it to one of your best free throw shooters here. Honestly.
Well, the best free throw shooters for UMass are KJ Parker and Marcus Banks. Parker coming into today 96%. He's 2 for 2 today. Banks 87%. He's 1 for 2 today. Carbuccia is the inbounder. He's out there with Wimbley, Parker, Banks, and Hankins Sanford. They are not guarding Carbuccia, the inbounder. Double teaming Banks. It comes into Parker. Parker is fouled by Campbell. So that's 4 on Campbell, and only 0.1 seconds came off the clock there. I'm not sure about that. Maybe they reset the clock when I wasn't looking to add a little extra time, but 10.7 sits on the clock as Parker will go to the line for 2.
Sometimes in basketball, you got to play chess. Foul out Campbell. Give it to KJ Parker again and make him get fouled out.
And Parker knocks in the first free throw. He's up to 20 points on the day, and he stayed perfect 3 for 3 at the line. The UMass lead is 2. Bowling Green does still have 1 timeout.
The second Javante fouls out, all Falcon dreams of winning is over.
And both those are good by Parker. The inbound comes into Campbell. He's guarded full court by Hankins Sanford, and Todd Simon will call his final timeout. So 8.4 left on the clock. 86-83 is the score. And Jonathan, I mean, 8.4 is still a lot of time. In that huddle, Bowling Green's not much of a three-point shooting team. Are you telling your team you must take a three here?
I mean, I don't know. The refs are calling a lot of fouls, so you can't use that to your advantage. Just go aggressive to the rack again and hopefully get a foul and make it. They have made their last 2 threes, so the adrenaline is so high that you might just want to go full send with it. You have a player with 40 points, so do you trust his star-like capabilities? Do you want to test him to see if he can live up to the moment? He already has 40 points.
Well, I get the feeling that if Bowling Green should go for the two, that UMass will back off probably and let him have it and trust themselves at the free throw line, which that's a decision on its own if UMass decides to do that. They're 23 for 33 from the line today. That's 69%. On the year, they're 65%. They're in the bottom 30 in the country. They were in the bottom 30 of the country last year, and they were in the bottom 30 in the country the year before that. This is a team that does not make their free throws. But KJ Parker, 4 for 4 day, was clutch with his last two.
And then Higgins Sanford, who had his last two before that, who's a 56% free throw shooter, made both. So they historically have not been a good free throw shooting team, but UMass is feeling the hype behind this crowd, so they could make them both.
Ruffin, the inbounder, gives into Campbell. Campbell gets the screen from Ruffin. He's going to go straight up with the three. He's fouled by KJ Parker. That's foul number 5 on KJ Parker, and Campbell will head to the line with a chance to tie the game.
That was all dog. Did he not block him, or did he land in his landing space?
I think it's got to be a landing space call because it looked like it was a clean block. Parker is stunned by the call. Bedial will check in for him, and Parker with his 21 points will head to the bench, fouling out with 6 for 9 from the floor, 5 for 8 from 3, and all eyes Campbell now, 13 of 20 from the free throw line. The first one's good. There's 5.1 seconds left. Frank Martin has a timeout.
He has to make 3 of them. He's now 14 for 21 in the free throw line, so he could miss one.
Second free throw is good, 42 points. And now it's just one left, and Frank Martin elects to use his timeout now to draw up a play for either case scenario here. I mean, Jonathan, this is as exciting a finish as it gets.
If this goes to overtime, we might really see a 50-point college performance.
I haven't seen a 50-point college performance with my own eyes in person ever. Last time I saw a performance this high was Rasul Diggins last year at Fordham, where he scored 46 points in that triple overtime game, which has semblances of this game. That game, of course, was a little different. That game had over 120 free throws and 79 fouls. But this one, we're still in regulation. We're at 53 fouls and 71 total free throws. But none will be more important than this last remaining one for Javonte Campbell. He's 15, 22 from line. He has been the it factor today for Bowling Green. He will step up for the third one now. Campbell's out there with Shackelford, Towns, Wall, and Ruffin. It's Carbuccia, Banks, Wimbley, Hankins, Sanford, and Bedial.
Campbell has 42 out of 85 Bowling Green points.
The final free throw is up, and it rolls off the rim and in. We're tied up at 86 with 5 seconds left, and Troy Glover will check in for defense for Shackelford.
Now, if you're UMass, who do you want the last shot? KJ Parker, who's been your hot hand, is out.
Wimbley will be the inbounder. Banks gets a couple screens. Nobody's guarding Wimbley. Gets it into Carbuccia at the free throw line with 3. As we cross half court, Wimbley, he'll take the final shot from 3. It airballs, no good. And we are going to be heading to overtime in the Mullins Center, tied at 86. What a clutch performance by Javonte Campbell down the stretch. Knocks in all 3 free throws after the Parker foul. And I said it had semblances of Fordham. And it's similar in the way last year where Daniel Rivera fouled on a half-court shot last year. And then Fordham went and made all 3 free throws to send it to overtime. We're similar in that regard as well. But we will have an extra 5 minutes to play, Jonathan. I mean, what a thrilling game this has been.
What a thrilling game. In your hot hand from the three-point line, KJ Parker is out. And he was what really stabilized and got UMass back into the game when it looked like it was going to turn to the Kemba show, which it is. He says 43 points. But now in overtime, you're going to need that scoring output with KJ Parker. Now, keep in mind, Javante Campbell does have 4 fouls. So there is a work where both of their best players, both of the hot heads can get fouled out. In that case, you want to keep feeding leading on a Bedio. But UMass has to find a way to play without fouling and find a way to match KJ Parker's scoring output. Marcus Banks has 11 points, 4 for 5 field goal, 2 for 3. So he might have to be the high hand from 3.
Foul trouble has been a thing for both sides, but especially UMass. They're now playing without KJ Parker and Jaden Jinge. Bowling Green has yet to lose anybody, but Javante Campbell, Sam Towns, and Troy Glover all with 4. Meyer Wall, Javon Ruffin, and Josiah Shackelford with 3. For the remaining Minutemen out there, Hankins Sanford has 4, Wimbley has 3, excuse me, Banks has 4, and Bedial has 3. The UMass 5 for overtime is Hankins Sanford to take the tip, joined by Carbuccia, Banks, Bedial, and Wimbley. It's Glover, Ruffin, Wall, Towns, and Campbell for Bowling Green, and the tip goes Bowling Green's way as Campbell will dribble it up the floor, and overtime is underway, 5 minutes on the clock. And UMass in a 1-3-1 zone.
The coach for men starting Dwayne Wimbley over Jaden Jinge, who's been the unsung hero of this game.
Jinge is fouled out, to keep in mind, as Towns has it top of the key. Over to Wall, left wing, to the corner. Ruffin's open for 3, and Ruffin hits it. Javon Ruffin into double figures with his 3rd 3 of the game. And Bowling Green with an early 3-point lead in overtime. Bedial to Banks, over to Carbuccia, top of the key. Wimbley left wing, back to Carbuccia.
That's a big hit to start off the game, start off the overtime period.
Banks, right wing, over to Hankins Sanford. He's going to look to tie from the top of the key. A bit too strong off the back rim, and a strong rebound by Towns. Campbell sprinting the other way, draws the foul against Marcus Banks, and that's number 5 on Marcus Banks. So they're going to have to do it in overtime without their perimeter scoring in Banks and Parker.
You have Isaiah Placid come into the game. He has not played much clutch time basketball for the Minutemen.
Placid just 4 minutes today, scoreless in those 4 minutes. And Campbell heading to the line for the 24th and 25th free throw attempts of the game for himself. His first one's good.
If I'm a Minutemen player, I'm going right at Campbell. And I need to force him to get a foul. That's the only way they can neutralize the offensive production that they've lost with these people that have fouled out.
And Campbell puts in both free throws, so he's up to 45 points, and it's a 5-point Bowling Green lead a little over a minute into overtime. Wimbley gives it to Carbuccia, top of the key, inside to Hankins Sanford. Double team near the right block, swinging it back around. Placid to Wimbley in the corner for 3. And Dwayne Wimbley hits it. Perfect timing 3 for the freshman, who is shooting just 15% from 3, knocks it down to make it a 2-point game.
This is why coaches always preach next man up. All you need is someone to score. And Dwayne Wimbley with a very timely 3-point shot.
91-89 with 3:20 to go. Campbell up top, guarded by Placid. They're in man-to-man now are the Minutemen. Towns up top for Campbell. Campbell over to Wall. Wall's going to shoot a 3. It's good. Mayor Wall answers right back, and that's 19 points for the junior. And it's a 5-point game once again. Carbuccia inside to Bedial. Bedial, it's a free 2 as Glover tried to gamble for the steal. UMass now down by 3.
And now both offenses are functioning at a high level. You can tell the adrenaline is kicking in and taking over these players.
94-91 the score, 2:45 to play. Ruffin inside, going strong, straight up with it is Towns, finishing through contact and puts it in. 96-91 Bowling Green.
Through both of DHS's hands, that was a strong take. A 5-point game with 2.5 minutes left.
Carbuccia inside to Bedial. Draws the double team on the left block. Bedial steps out of bounds. And a UMass turnover. That's turnover number 18 of the day in a very unideal position for UMass.
And any turnover is back-breaking, absolutely soul-crushing for either team right now.
Campbell will bring it up slowly. 2:15 left to play. Bowling Green up by 5. Towns from the block puts up a hook shot, no good. Placid the rebound. UMass needs a bucket here. Carbuccia looking inside to Hankton Sanford, and his pass is kicked. So UMass will have 24 seconds on the shot clock inbounding from the baseline.
If I'm UMass and I have Isaiah Placid again, I'm at least going to use his strengths. I'm going to let him take at least a 3. UMass should look to get him a shot.
UMass's scoring left in the game is mainly inside scoring with Lincoln Sanford and Bettyall, who have combined for 42 today. Bettyall has it. Gives it to Wimbley in the right corner. Gives him a screen. Wimbley bounce pass into Bettyall. Bettyall runs over Troy Glover, and I cannot believe that's not called an offensive foul. They give it to Glover, who picks up his 5th personal, and Bettyall will head to the free throw line.
Okay, so like the Fordham game, a lot of players are fouling out now. Coaches are now having to go into their bench to finish this game. Now, Goins in this game, so he's a big guy, but he's not as tall as Glover II, so this might open it up for DHS and Leonardo Bello to finish this game out for you, man.
Bettyall's first free throw rolls in, hits a couple parts of the rim before it made its way in. So 96-92, minute 49 to play. Bettyall now 9 for 13 from the free throw line. 29 points, looking to match his career high with 30 here. He does. 3-point game, 1:48 to go. Campbell.
Now, Bowling Green show that they can come back and clutch time. Can UMass do the same and tie it up?
Campbell draws a double team from Carbuccia and Hankton Sanford, swings it around to Towns. Hands it back to Campbell. Wimbley will guard him top of the key, led by a 3-2 zone. 1:30 to go. Bowling Green's going to play it slow. 10 on the shot clock. Over to Ruffin, back to Campbell. Over to Wall. Wall's wide open. He's going to take a deep 3. That shot no good. Hankton Sanford fighting. Grabs the defensive rebound.
It's a strong rebound.
Placid looking to tie from the left wing. He's got it! Isaiah Placid, his first bucket of the game, coming the biggest spot for the Minutemen.
That I was saying, you cannot have him in this game and not use his scoring abilities. A big-time shot for Isaiah Placid. That's going to build his confidence.
Just under a minute to go now, tied at 96. Campbell, double team by Placid, and Willie swings it over to Wall. Back over to Campbell. Thought about a 3, bounces it to the corner. Towns 3. No good. Fight for the rebound. Wall comes skying in and puts it back in.
What an athletic putback by Meyer Wall. He is earning this starting position that he's had today.
98-96, Bowling Green leads. Just about 30 seconds left. Carbuccia to the corner. Wimbley's open for 3. No good, and rebounded by Campbell. Shot clock's turned off, 22 seconds left. UMass will commit a foul. Danny Carbuccia commits a foul against Campbell. So number 3 on Carbuccia, and Campbell will head back to the free throw line.
45 points for Campbell, 18 for 25. Free throw shootings. He made 3 at the end of regulation to tie it up. Can he make these 2? Is he still hot and clutch?
Well, 2 made shots here makes it a 2-possession game with 22 seconds left. Campbell's first free throw is good. He's on a hot streak right now from the line after a bad start. He's now 19 for 26 from the line. As Donovan Brown will check in for the Minutemen in place of Wimbley, looking for some scoring. Both teams were given 1 timeout for this overtime period. Campbell with 46 points, looking to make it 47. And he does. 4-point game, 100-96. Carbuccia gets a screen from Donovan Brown. Working on Wall, goes to his right, gets to the hoop and puts in a layup. 13.5 play, UMass down by 2. They're getting into a press. The inbound comes into Shackelford. UMass gets a foul, and Donovan Brown does with 11.0 left on the clock. Shackelford will head to the line, where he's 3 for 5 today.
Number 10, Donovan Brown. It's his second in the penalty.
Shackelford, the sophomore from Sanford, Florida, transferred from Flagler College, which is JUCO school. He's averaging 11 points off the bench this year.
82% free throw shooter.
Got 9 points on the day. Knocks in the first free throw, making a 3-point game. Bowling Green not even bothering with the rebound. It's 4 white jerseys in the paint. And Frank Martin will call his one and only timeout of overtime with 11 seconds left.
And it's like every shot that Bowling Green has taken in overtime has been automatic. They've made a lot of points here. And UMass just needs to. They're just hoping at a missed shot here to get a 3-point.
Bowling Green is 30 for 44 from the free throw line. But it has felt like, Jonathan, in overtime they have not missed. But towards the end of the second half, it felt like they weren't missing any of their free throws either. They have locked in when they have needed to.
Yeah, like I said, I can tell that Todd Simon has a clean basketball coach here to not get in a lot of foul trouble early on and to just make a lot of free throws. You can tell he works on these little specifics here. Who do you think UMass, who do you think Frank Martin will go through if they miss a free throw to tie it up?
Well, if they miss the free throw, you got to imagine it would be either Placid or Donovan Brown. And after what I just saw, I would say Placid because clearly he's got the clutch gene in him to make a shot like that. Donovan Brown's pretty untested at this point of the game. And, well, you don't want to look for Hankins Sanford or Betty-All at this point of the game from beyond the arc.
Yeah,
Hankins maybe Carbuccio.
Yeah. Carbuccio 1 for 2 for 3-point range. Hankins Sanford 1 for 3.
But you still need to force a miss. Or, well, not force a miss. I guess you just need Bowling Green to miss the free throw. It will be Josiah Shackelford. He made first one. So it's 101, to 98 with 11 seconds left.
The Stars will have to fall in line, and multiple things have to go right for the Minutemen to come away with this win. The same thing that happened for Bowling Green to come away with a tie at the end of regulation. Can UMass force this into the second overtime?
Shackelford at the line. No Bowling Green jerseys in the paint to grab the rebound. He missed it. Betty-All up to Carbuccio. Under 10 seconds now. Carbuccio's got to go quick. Over to Placid. Back to Carbuccio. 3 on the clock. They got to get a shot up. He's going up with it. Carbuccio, no good. And the tip is in by Betty-All, but it doesn't matter as it's just 2 points, and UMass needed 3 as the final buzzer sounds. 100 to 101. The Minutemen fall short by 1 point. An absolute barn burner inside the Mullen Center. UMass falls to 0-3 in the MAC. Bowling Green moves to 2-1.
Some sloppy plays at the end of the fourth quarter was really set UMass up. They let 2 easy threes go in, one by Campbell, one by Ruffin at the end of the fourth quarter. And I just really gave them the momentum. And at the end, the Bowling Green Falcons had the best player in the overtime with KJ Parker and Marcus Banks fouling out.
Well, Campbell finishes today with 47 points, 20 of 27 from the free throw line. He was helped out by Meyer Walls, 21 points. As for the Minutemen, they were led by Leo Betty-All's 32 points to go with KJ Parker, 21, and Hankins Sanford's 14. But ultimately, it's not enough as UMass falls to 9-6 on the season. Bowling Green moves to 11-4. And next time out, the Minutemen will have to search for their first MAC victory on the road against the Ohio Bobcats. That'll be on January 6th. That is Tuesday, as Bowling Green will head out to Kent State in Kent, Ohio on Tuesday as well, searching to go 3-1. But UMass now 0-3 in the MAC. Postseason questions now in play, as you need to be in the top 8 of the 13 in the conference to make the MAC tournament. And right now, well, they're 0-3, last in the MAC. It doesn't look too great as of right now. But UMass falls today 100 to 101 to the Bowling Green Falcons. Thank you to everybody who tuned in to today's broadcast. I've been Andrew Samaha, signing off for Jonathan Charlier, and we will see you next time. Saying so long from Amherst.